This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
Exactly.
I suppose we better just start the show, eh? Get this bad boy going.
May as well. Done enough bullshitting already.
Yeah, right? Well, with the end of that bullshit, I will say hello, everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 116.
Wow.
That's right. It is episode 116, and we have a special guest.
Yes.
I am MikeyT. Across from me is KurbStomped. But to my right, my direct right, is...
Nine Arsons.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You are listening to the StreamVoid podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
And so maybe we'll start off with Curtin.
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 I've never heard him been called Curtin before.
New nickname.
New
Hot off the
nickname.
presses.
We'll start with Nine Arsons and say, how was your week?
It was really good. I'd have to say that I've had some new advancements in my job. I got a kind of a raise and a promotion and moved to a new team at the beginning of January. And this last week has really been, I've finished up some of the newest training they offered me, and it's been awesome. So I've been putting all those things to place and making some crazy good sales. And
Very good.
It. Yeah,
Nice.
Been a great week. Went and saw a comedy show. The Snowed In Comedy Tour was touring through my town, and I saw those guys on Friday, and as always, it's my fourth year out of 5 because we missed 2020. And I'm in stitches every time. That show is just phenomenal. So if it comes through your town, I highly recommend. It's three Canadian guys and one guest every year, usually Canadian as well, that have about 2.5 hours worth of show of just like absolute laughs.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually stand-up is hit or miss for me.
Okay.
I'll be like, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. Technically, I get it, but it's just like, that's not worth even me laughing about. I don't know. I guess I'm a hater.
Yeah, there's often comedy, depending on the day I go home at like 3 or 3 o'clock. Going home, there's always comedy on the CBC. Not always, but certain days here and there. And some of it's really funny, and then some of it's just like, what?
They're just trying out their
What's
material.
Happening? Yeah.
See what works.
Yeah.
Well, these guys have been doing the show for, what did they say? I can't remember if it was 14 or 18 years. They're proven. One of the guys lives in the south of France now, actually, and has been in 47 countries doing a stand-up. So they're it's not cheesy. It's really good. Yeah, they've proven the test of time.
Yeah, I've only ever seen stand-up on like TV. I've never seen a comedy show in person.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I can't remember anyways that seeing one. So
Yeah, I don't think I've actually gone and seen live stand-up.
I go in hopes of like being someone who gets to interact with the comedian.
oh my god, you're looking to get roasted?
Yeah, pulled apart, something like that. That's my dream.
So you're like fetish.
I'm usually in the first, second, or third row.
Pick me.
Yeah.
You just, when it gets quiet, just heckle them.
Yeah.
No, I'm the one who's usually laughing. Actually, on Friday, I got a compliment from 3 people down. They're like, "You're making the show better. Hearing you laugh is making the show funnier." And I'm like, "That's the greatest."
You need to be on the payroll then.
I'm the laugh track.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you were telling me yesterday, we were talking about this, that you've been there so often that the 3 main comedians just like, oh, hey, they just know you.
They do 65 shows in like 55 cities or something like that, or maybe 60 cities, and they recognize me. They're like, is this your 4th or 5th show? And I'm like, you know me?
You seen me before?
I'm like, dude, that is the greatest compliment ever.
That's crazy.
So, I was tickled pink this last time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Curb?
Me?
How about you? How was your week?
It was my birthday.
Yes, it was.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Way to be born.
18?
Yeah, 18.
Perfect.
18
what
for
year
the
to be alive? 18
for the 27th year running. Yeah, I mean, I worked at the warehouse, whatever. But I went out for a belated belated birthday dinner with my cousin. We went to a restaurant, Original Joe's, which is usually I enjoy. I got the
Usually enjoy.
Yeah. That's the second part of the story.
That's this word here in the notes.
I got the jalapeno macaroni and cheese with bacon, which I usually do. They changed it though. It's not in a skillet anymore. It's just on a plate. A little sad about that. It was good, but then like the next day, not next day, like that night, just woke up in gastric distress.
Gastrointestinal distress.
Yes. And I made a few journeys to the washroom repeatedly for the rest of the night.
Oh no.
And so all I can think of is there was either cream or bacon that was the issue there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It
There's
tasted
only two
fine.
things that could have been curdled or gone wrong.
Yeah, it tasted
tartar
fine.
sauce.
I mean, I did have appetizers as well, but like my cousin ate the appetizers too, and she didn't say anything.
Right.
So
yeah. Would she admit to you?
She'd probably be like, I was sick after like eating last night.
Yeah, okay.
She would have told me for sure, but she wouldn't have got into the gory details. But yeah, so I didn't work on Friday. I just was like, no, I'm not coming in.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm not working. No, it was great. I got to stay home. I mean, the other part of it being
Happy
in bed
birthday
and
to
whatever.
me.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me. I'll just sit on my throne for the rest of the day.
That part was not too good, but yeah, it was not too fun anyways. So
That's unfortunate.
yeah,
Yeah.
it sucked. Nice cap to the birthday.
Is the risk you run sometimes when going to a restaurant?
Yeah, and I haven't gone to too many restaurants since COVID, so
I'm the same way. I used to be a restaurant connoisseur.
Yeah.
And then since COVID, I'm like, go out to eat. What?
yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound like a good time.
Yeah, I just with it being shut down and everything, I never went, and then just sort of, I've been a few times,
Yeah.
but only like 4 times maybe in the last 3
Yeah,
years.
special occasions. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think the last time I was at a restaurant was I was in Kelowna at Kelly O's for my friend's birthday.
Yeah,
At the end of December.
yeah.
And before that, I can't even think of the specific time. So not very often.
I'm trying to think. I think I went out for Chinese buffet, which is always a mistake. Like one time in the summer. But other than that, I think the last time I was out was like for my birthday last year.
The best time to go for Chinese buffets between 4 and 5.
That's when I was there.
When all the food's fresh.
Yeah, I
and
was there then.
You get the seniors discount of 10%.
It was so busy. It was so busy. It was crazy. All the old timers were there.
Yeah. And it is good at the time.
I mean, this was the Lotus Inn, so it's never good.
I love the Lotus Inn.
Oh my God.
But yes, the aftermath is never good.
No.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was the first time I'd been back to a buffet since COVID, and it was just like, there's nothing, just like, oh, everybody grab the same spoon. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It was like, there's no, like, nothing. Yeah. Going from, like, the height of COVID where it's like, you can't touch a single thing to all of a sudden it's back open. Just,
Yeah, just touch it.
Just touch
grip
it.
Grip it
It's
and rip
fine.
it.
No problem.
But you should be using your Purell more often now since then. So that should be the difference.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If I had any.
Yeah.
I just put the spoon down, went back to the table, ate with my hands,
Get in there.
So,
you got to get your Purell and your keychain. Then you can just dab a little after every encounter.
Exactly.
It's hard to put that 5-gallon bottle in.
It's a little big for the keychain.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll print you a keychain holder.
Oh
Fits it
my
right there.
God! Okay,
You
thank
just
you.
carry around the 5-gallon jug with you.
Yeah.
It's banging on your leg.
Yeah.
Put it on a chain like your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. Most valuable thing you're carrying.
Yeah. Straight alcohol.
Exactly. What about you, Michael T?
Work. Sucks. We're
Why?
still in the terrible times of work.
Terrible times.
Yeah, the terrible times.
What's the terrible times?
We just closed the office in Kelowna down and laid everybody off.
Oh, is that why there was like a journey to Kelowna?
Yeah, I went to Kelowna twice last week because one of the guys got the guy our warehouse manager who was supposed to be handling all that got stuck doing other things because he has a Class 1 license, so he can drive big trucks around.
Yeah.
None of us have that kind of license, so we can't actually just deliver like tandem trucks or any large trailers and stuff like that. But he can.
Oh, yeah.
So he's often tasked with delivering stuff out to job sites that need that kind of license.
Oh yeah.
How convenient that this had to happen at the time when that bad news had to come down.
Well, here's the thing.
You're so nice.
Our fleet is so aged that trucks are just breaking down left, right, and center.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So,
but that it had to happen right then and there, and he couldn't handle that other job. I don't think so.
I'm sure he would have preferred to do the other job. But yeah, and anyway, I had to go down to take the guys down to Kelowna to start bringing the vehicles back to Kamloops because we're shutting it right down. It's just costing us way too much to keep it open.
And these are the guys over there that historically would be fucking around?
No.
I mean, no, but in the past.
In the past, yes. So in the past, they had a huge shop, ping pong table, pool table.
Yeah.
They'd be like, work 4 hours, go back to the shop, faff about, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'd have like after work beers and it's like, okay, yeah. That got shut down not soon after. I don't know how long it took, but yeah, it got shut down. Yeah. I mean, the ping pong table was at the shop for years, though. Yeah. It was there for years.
Yeah, you're definitely inviting mischief.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Sure. Yeah, it was pretty lawless back then.
Yeah,
but that shop, it got closed, and then we moved because the people beside it wanted the space. Yeah. So the owner of the place was like, no, you guys can go. And we're like, oh, okay.
Perfect. You're hearing this ping pong at all hours of the day. You're out.
So we moved our shop to must have been a grow up at one point.
Nice.
Just way out in between Vernon and Kelowna. Like you go down, I can't remember what the hell the road is, but it connects Vernon. No, not Vernon. Winfield to Kelowna, like the back road.
Oh, the back road with the dump on it.
Yeah.
That comes off of Enterprise.
Yeah. The shop's near the dump.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And the shop was a dump.
Yeah.
Just hot water,
it's
nothing.
Right out in that little town, Olala or something like that. Not Olala.
Winfield,
yeah. Spits you right out at the gas stations there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that street.
Yeah, that's the preferred street to go now, to go into Kelowna, skip all the start, and like, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a shack on the back of another shack.
Shack it up.
No hot water, terrible cell phone reception.
Nice.
If you wanted cell phone reception, you had to like walk outside.
So when this was a
down
grow
the
up,
street.
it was an illegal grow up at the time.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might have been a grow up. Like the ceiling's all plastic, everything's insulated, but there's like very little heat in there. There's like so many plugs in the roof. So we're like, must have been a grow up.
What could have been going on here?
Yeah.
And work was mostly just stressful. Like
sucks.
It's stressful to the point where I don't feel like being creative and vlogging. So there's not going to be a vlog today that comes out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Shot a lot of footage though because I got the rack for my Jeep.
Oh yeah.
And Matzner came over and helped me shoot that. So I had another cameraman again.
Nice.
And that's on the Jeep. And then we took the Jeep out yesterday.
It looked a little dirty when
it looked a little dirty.
Yeah, there was fresh mud when I showed up.
Yeah, we then I wanted to go do some shooting before Nine Arson showed up, so I was like, okay, yeah, we can go. We go up the mountain, and it's just like there's still like 3 foot of snow up there.
Nice.
Which is surprising because when you're driving around in town and you look up on the hills, it looks like it's like maybe an inch deep kind of thing out there.
Yeah. So we're going up. There's snowmobilers. There's like signage like, hey, stay off the groom trails. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I stopped. There's a guy with his snowmobile, and I'm like, hey man, can we go up this? Is this okay? And he's like, yeah, you can go up there for sure. There's, I'm like, yeah, we don't want to run into any snowmobilers and cause any problems. And he's like, no,
we're gonna be shooting guns.
Yeah, we're gonna be shooting guns. And he's like, no, as long as you stay just below the gravel pit, it's fine. I think it's actually illegal for the snowmobilers to be up there. And so, we go up. And we passed some people who were shooting guns.
Still doesn't make it any better if you're shooting guns.
Yeah, and there's guys shooting guns there, a guy and his son, and then some other people who had gotten stuck and they were just turning around because their 4-wheel drive wasn't engaging. And so we carry on up. I'm just like, yeah, I'm in the Jeep. 4 low, let's go. We go up and I'm like, okay, let's turn around and go back down. This is not good. We're gonna get stuck. So as we're turning around, just sink right into the snow, 3 foot down.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, okay, we're like blocking the entire road now because
all that sideways. Bravado when you were going up the street is gone.
Just gone. I'm like, oh god, now we're stuck. And we're just stuck. Tires are spinning, nothing's happening.
Oh my god!
So now we're like, okay, well, now we got to break out the recovery gear and get us the hell out of here.
Oh
Meanwhile,
my
I'm
God.
looking at it like, all right, 9 Arson's going to get to my house in an hour and a half.
Is this the first time you've had to use
Yeah, that's the first time
recovery gear?
I had to use the recovery gear.
So were you like read the instructions? Like how
No,
to
there's no instructions. I got a strap and a come along, and I strap it around a tree, get the come along going, just start cranking on the thing.
Yeah.
Jeep's just like,
just
slowly moving over.
This is I've seen videos of this kind of stuff. This is like, when person first buys a boat and they take it out and they're trying to figure out how to do something and there's no instructions and they're like bumping into the dock or running over someone, or their vehicle's going all the way into the water because they didn't put the emergency brake on or something. Like, these are those funny situations where you're like, I can figure it out.
Should park the drone above you.
No, I wasn't filming anything.
Damn.
It would have made good content though, but yeah, the stress from work has made me not want to be creative at all.
Okay.
And so I'm just like stressed up the hill now because I'm like, well, now we're stuck. Do we call a tow truck? Are we getting out of here? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But managed to finally get the come along to like on another tree, just crank it out.
You did the thing.
I did the thing, and then we
Nice.
just backed up down the hill.
Nice.
Back
See,
down
kids,
to where
it's not that hard. Just go out and do it.
Yeah,
You'll
you just
figure
got to
it
go out and do it.
Yeah, full
you got to get the
Yeah.
experience. You got to
Yeah.
get the knowledge so that you know what you need.
What
and
could
now I'm
go
like,
wrong?
well, yeah. Now I'm like, I need recovery boards. I need more
Oh my
straps.
God.
I need more stuff so that if I
mean-
do get stuck again, I can get myself out.
If it didn't work, what would you have done?
Oh, I don't know.
Just one abandoned Jeep.
Yeah.
You walk out in 3 foot deep snow until you can get to someone who can come up with another vehicle to pull you out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Get stuck. There's a train of stuck
Yeah.
vehicles.
So
all that.
just full send, kids. Just full send.
Just full set. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I managed to get out and backing up down to where the kid and the guy were shooting, and I get stuck there again because I like hit the deep snow trying to avoid them, trying to go around them, and then some snowmobilers come down.
They're shooting guns, and you have to try and avoid them. Are they in the middle of the street? What's going on?
Well,
there?
they're parked on the side, and it's like it's a bit of a wider area,
Yeah.
but it's super deep snow on the one side. So I was like, because I was backing up the entire way, right? So I went into the deep snow a little bit and got stuck. And
So they didn't want to go in the deep snow, so they made it so anyone coming down the road had to go in the deep snow. These
well,
guys,
there was room to get around them. There was room to get around them, but yeah. So yeah, I got stuck again, and they helped get me out. But then some snowmobilers come down, and they're like, "Hey, it's like illegal to drive up here." I'm like, "What are you talking?" We're like, the one guy goes up and talks to him. He's like, "They were talking, couldn't hear what they were saying," and he's like, "Yeah, it's a $5,000 fine if you go on groomed trails." I'm like, these are groomed trails?
you were on a snowmobile trail.
Apparently,
Oh,
but the guy down below told me it was okay.
Yeah.
And so the guy went up and talked to the snowmobiler, and
Yeah.
the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I talked to the guy down below, and he said it was okay." And so I got out, and I'm like, "Yeah, the guy said it was okay down below."
yeah. So that guy down below is laughing his ass off because he's like, "Oh, stupid idiots! Send them up a snowmobile trail."
Yeah.
and they were wrecking the trail because those groomed trails, you're chewing them up with your tires.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
They need that snow base so their machine can drive on
Yeah.
it without getting wrecked.
Yeah, and there's no signage down there
Yeah,
to say that this trail is a groomed trail. Do not go up there.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Maybe it wasn't.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Maybe the snowmobilers just think spreading the false.
And that explains why it was so deep and why you had a trouble, because that groomed trail is packed
Yeah.
for a sled to ride on, but the sled's weight is dispersed on those two tracks out of the two skis. Your Jeep is much wider.
Yeah. Yeah, so we didn't know. He's like, "Oh yeah, oh okay, well, sorry, dude, we didn't know."
You can get a hold of the Snowmobile Association, and you can probably find out where their trails are back there.
Yeah.
For next time,
There's other trails that are up the road more that are clearly marked,
for sure. Yeah,
but this one is not for whatever reason.
yeah.
Sounds like a road to me.
I mean, they're all
Well,
roads.
it's probably a road in the summer, but
Yeah.
maybe used as a snowmobile trail. in
Oh,
the
yeah,
winter.
maybe.
but, yeah. So yeah, that was harrowing. I looked at my Fitbit later, and it was like, "Oh hey, you had exercise." I'm like, "What? Yeah, it's sport." I'm like, oh, what? What are you talking about? He's
Cranking?
like digging the Jeep out, cranking
Yeah.
the stuff,
Your
being all stressed out,
your
heart rate,
was
yeah.
elevated. Yeah,
Yeah,
But
heart
hey,
rate.
think of all that experience you've got now.
Oh yeah, for
That's-
sure. No, it was
you-
good. It was good. It was not good, but it was good. You know,
Yeah.
I learned some things.
You didn't have to eat any of your passengers. You didn't have to sleep overnight.
no.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, for sure.
No cannibalism.
No cannibalism. Yeah, and as soon as we were coming back into town, you were like, "Hey, I'm in town now."
Well, so you said that you had to run out and do some stuff.
Yeah.
So I decided to, on a Saturday, go to Costco. 'Cause
Oh,
there isn't
fun.
one in my town. I thought, oh, well, I'll pick up some stuff. And then I went and grabbed some lunch, trying to kill some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, I'm in town now, and you're like, how far away are you? I'm like, minutes.
I'm on my way.
Minties, actually.
Minties, yeah, I said minties.
And I was trying to decipher that. I was like, that's either minutes or his answer of minties that I'm in town.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's a Mike answer either way.
I'm driving. I'm in between the 7-Eleven and the police station where
Yeah.
the police are just coming out all the time. So I'm just like, minties.
Yeah.
just like looking straight ahead,
Yeah.
trying to type.
Nice.
So yeah, we went and we got some lunch. We went to Mary Brown's, which you haven't had before.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie. Oh no, I guess we didn't have Mary Brown's.
No.
When we were at your place, we had Popeyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's I think no, I'm pretty sure there isn't a Mary Brown's in Penticton North. There's one that's just come open.
We were gonna skip the dishes and it's not on Skip anymore. They took it off Skip.
It's on
Dun, dun,
DoorDash.
dun.
It's on DoorDash now?
I think it's always on
What the
DoorDash.
hell? No, it was on Skip for a while.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Speaking of delivery services, my manager bought us all lunch one day, and he did it by sending me an Uber Eats gift certificate.
Oh,
and I'm like, I don't have Uber Eats in my town.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got this gift certificate for when I go out of town.
We can
and I
use
wanna
it
get
here.
Uber Eats. Oh, you got Uber Eats in Cows?
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really advertise anything about it, but then I'm in 7-Eleven and then it's like, order on Uber Eats. It's
Yeah,
like,
there's
Is Uber in town though?
no, just
no,
the Uber
just
Eats.
Uber Eats.
Interesting.
It's not. I mean, I've looked at it before, and it'll be like none of these places are available for you right now because there's no delivery drivers.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't done a good job of getting in here yet.
yeah.
Because
But-
you rides here, which is another, ride share
Uber type
service.
system,
Yeah.
What's the other one? Lyft? Something like that?
Lyft.
Lyft.
Yeah.
Is that here?
I don't think so.
No. I think the Taxi Union Association has been doing a good job of keeping it out of BC.
Yeah.
It's in Vancouver, but I think they've managed to keep it out of the rest of the interior so far.
Interesting. I wonder why you ride was able to sneak in.
Well, I'm sure eventually they're starting to break down, and the Taxi Association is losing any kind of battles, but it's just been a slow process.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we went to the local game store to pick up some Dominion game, which they didn't have any left.
That was sad.
No Dominion. Eh?
No Dominion, and
Not just any Dominion. Like, we were looking for some of the newer expansions.
Yeah,
And they didn't have any.
they didn't have any. So I picked up $100 worth of card sleeves.
Why?
For multiple different games.
Yeah. Picked up
Jeez Louise.
Gotta protect those cards,
Gotta
right?
protect them. I
Card
think we picked
protectors.
up 6,
I
7,
guess
800
so.
card sleeves,
I guess
something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
No, you bought 900.
900 card sleeves.
So the local game shop was just like, look on Amazon.
No, they were like, we've got an order. It's just coming in. We're just
Yeah.
haven't.
The
Yeah.
eternal like excuse. There's an order coming in.
Yeah,
When's it coming? Well, we don't have an ETA.
Yeah, essentially.
we're having issues with
Cool.
our supplier.
Yeah, cool,
That's the
okay.
response to that question. If you double down,
Yeah, exactly.
It the store looks nice
Scanty.
unless you look down. If you look, the floors were just disgusting.
Yeah.
They were so dirty. There was dirt everywhere.
they maintain the illusion of it being clean when, if you investigate, keep a closer look,
Looking.
it's not that clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
like a restaurant.
Yeah, don't look behind the. Don't look in the kitchen.
Yeah, don't look
Don't look
near
at the
the fryer.
If you look at the baseboards in a restaurant and they're dirty, you can bet that other places in the restaurant are
Oh
dirty.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, we played some Legendary, the Marvel deck building card game,
Oh my god, it's so good.
last night.
Yeah,
There's, what did I say, 32 expansions for that game?
I think so.
And most of them are out of print, if not all of them out of print.
I mean,
Oh,
this
they
isn't
would-
a new game. This
No,
has
it's
been
very
out for
old.
like
Yeah, yeah.
10 years or something like that.
Yeah, but it's such a good game that you would think that they would keep some of the expansions in print.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
probably don't have the license anymore.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
It's well balanced and well thought out. This game was so much fun to play. Easily replayable because of the different variations that you have between heroes and bad guys and number of players that you're playing with. So
Yeah, you can have up to 5. You can play solo if you want.
Oh, I didn't know there was
Yeah,
a solo
yeah.
version.
There's rules for solo,
Cool.
and it's co-op,
Yes. Yeah, that's a
which
nice
is
thing.
yeah. That's one of the main fun factors of it is that you have to work together to defeat your, the villain, whoever it might be. In the main expansion, it's Red Skull or Loki, Doctor Doom, and who's the other one? I can't remember who the other one is.
Wendigo.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I watched Black Panther 2.
Oh.
I went in there with zero expectations because I was like, I don't know what even this movie is about. I don't even know if it's going to be good. And man, it was really good.
The Black Panther 2, isn't it? The second Black Panther.
I have a few reservations about some of the things.
Yeah?
There was... The overall story was pretty good. But there was just some maybe visual design choices that I thought were kind of just a little on the cheesy end and whatnot. But overall, it was okay.
I think the new suit that she had designed for, like, I can't remember what the warrior class is called. The personal guard
for the royal guards.
Yeah, I thought those were a little bit silly, and I was like, "Oh, you're doing an Iron Man suit? Oh, I don't know."
Well, and why did she have to keep those sonar fist things? Why did Shuri, the sister, have to keep those sonar fists when she's got the Black Panther suit?
I don't know.
I'm like, those aren't needed anymore. She's so I was like, but that's okay. Overall, the movie's good.
Yeah. The visuals are super interesting. I really like the fact that they, what was his name? Nemo? They brought Nemo in?
Oh, Namor?
Namor, yeah.
Yeah.
Namor, his character was super cool. I really enjoyed the guy who played him as well.
Did he have his butterfly wings on his ankles?
Yes.
He sure did.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Wow.
He would like leap, but he would like jump through the air on each foot.
Yeah.
Like he was like running up the sky. I thought that was really cool.
There was some feels to like Kid Icarus in the remember the Nintendo Power cartoon?
Yeah.
And he had the little wings on his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall I thought it was pretty good. It was almost 3 hours long though.
Yeah.
Why are movies so long nowadays?
I don't know. I was actually surprised it was that long.
I believe that they had to do a lot of re-story establishing.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, due to the fact they had to tell a story of why King T'Chaka was now passed on.
Yep.
So it was a what do they call that when they do the first one? The
origin?
It was an origin story.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That's why it was so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it, and then I was like, oh man, I gotta go to bed soon. How much is left in this movie? An hour?
Yeah.
There's still an hour left?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But it zipped by. Like, it didn't even feel like it was that long when I was watching it.
Have you seen this one?
I've never seen any Black Panther.
Okay, you haven't seen any of them. Okay,
No.
I know you.
I mean, I know the character.
Absolutely, yeah. And I just know that you're not up on all the Marvel movies.
I'm not on the movies. The shows, yes. The movies, no.
Yeah. The shows, also the ones on the streaming services.
Yeah, we've watched.
Fantastic.
What do we watch? Miss Marvel, She-Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something else, maybe.
Did you?
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No.
Did you watch Hawkeye?
Oh, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
good.
not Hawkeye. Not
okay.
Hawkeye. No, we started with. I think Moon Knight was the first one we did.
Yeah. It was Moon Knight, then Miss Marvel, then.
But those are all characters that I was like interested in.
Yeah,
cool.
Like Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier. Like I don't need to see what the Bowman's up to.
Doesn't see what the Bowman's up to.
It doesn't interest me.
They were actually better than I thought.
I'm sure they're fine,
yeah.
but I'm just like I don't care about that.
I turned my nose up at them when they first released, and I watched them over Christmas, and I was like, "Well, okay, these are actually good."
Like I like Moon Knight a lot. Always, I love She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
She-Hulk
I
was
was just
great.
like, well, I got to see why everyone is being so upset about this kids show here. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
we watched Miss Marvel. So and I liked them all.
Very good.
Yes,
Me too.
people hated She-Hulk.
I
Absolutely.
liked it.
She-Hulk was great.
I thought it
I
was
loved
great
it.
too.
Except maybe there's a little too much like winking at the audience in the last episode.
Right? Yeah,
But-
it was good.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, we talked about it
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like no one is going to know what these you want to talk to Kevin? You can't talk to Kevin. Like no one will know what that is even about. Like
But
anyways.
overall, it was great. The humor was really good.
Oh, yeah.
in it.
Oh yeah,
I love
for sure.
I loved it. Love She-Hulk.
Yep.
Yep.
What else? You watched a couple things.
I watched VHS 99 last night. I didn't even know there was VHS 99.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought there was only VHS and VHS 2.
No, there's VHS 1 and 2, VHS Viral, VHS 94, and VHS 99.
Interesting. What
They're all horror anthology, basically.
Yeah.
So they'll have one external story that links all these other stories together. Usually it's just like, well, in VHS 1, they want to rob this house. So they break in and they find this room with a TV set up with a VHS player and all these tapes. And they're looking for a specific tape. So they start putting the tapes into the VHS and they watch these VHS that are like horror themed stories. And in between each tape they watch, they shows a little bit of what's going on in the house. And then ends in the house. There's a horrific thing happening in the house. And it's all recorded like on a camcorder or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got a filter over it. They're not recorded with a camcorder. Yeah. So they range from like VHS 1, all the stories are incredible. And like they're all usually pretty good. This VHS 99 like was good, but there was few segments in it where I was just like, this didn't really work as well as previous ones, but I enjoyed it anyways. It was cool. Yeah. I recommend them if you like horror and I don't know, horror basically.
Horror and the indie genre.
Yeah, they're like
Blair Witch type.
Yeah, they're like found footage style basically. Yeah. So if you don't like found footage, you won't really like any of these basically, but I really like them. I've seen them all. But yeah, I was just like, wow, there's a VHS 99? I had no idea. So
cool. And did you find this on a streaming service?
I found it on a streaming service.
Yes. Yeah, excellent.
It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
It's on Shudder.
In Thailand.
Yeah. So it's I watched it anyways.
Cool. Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it. There was one
held up for being the fifth one or whatever?
Yeah. Well, they're all done by like separate people basically. So it'll be like some like filmmaker's first breakthrough thing basically. Right. They do it for this. Though in this one there's this one store, it's like a fake kids show called Ozzy's Dungeon or something like that, and they have to like, it's like the kids, you know, when you'd watch like, I don't even know, but they have to run through the obstacle course and they make it to the end, they get a prize or whatever.
Oh, some kind of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
But as this one started, I'm like, this talk show, like usually pretty much in every single one, you won't recognize anybody because they're all like independent ones. And I'm like looking at this guy, I'm like, man, this guy's super familiar. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's Trevor from GTA 5. So I don't know if you've played GTA 5, but Trevor is a character in GTA 5, and he's dressed up like a talk show host. He's got like the crazy like pompadour hairdo, and he's wearing like the cheap suit and everything like that. I'm like, that's Trevor. What is going on here? And then as you go, like he gets sort of kidnapped whatever later in the episode, and they take his wig off and everything, and he's just like literally Trevor from the game, because there's parts in GTA 5 where you take over Trevor and he's just like all wasted, only in his underwear. And like this is the whole scene is him. He's got no wig on, looking like shit in just his underwear.
Stephen Ogg.
So yes, that's his name, Stephen Ogg.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So
he's a Canadian actor.
Yeah, he is Canadian. That's the thing in GTA 5 is they're always like, he's very upset that he's Canadian in the game, and they'll be like, "Aren't you Canadian?" He'd be like, "Fuck you."
Speaking of Canadian actors, I was watching a YouTube video called Toy Galaxy, and it was doing a review on the American Gladiators.
Oh yeah.
And right in one of the clips they were showing was an American gladiator who was from Lillooet, BC.
What?
And I was
Which gladiator?
It's a girl. I can't remember
really?
her name, but one of the girls was from Lillooet, BC.
That's crazy.
And I was flabbergasted.
I didn't know that. I watched American Gladiators so much.
I did too. Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I would recommend VHS 99 if you like horror.
Yeah, excellent.
I would start with the first ones. Work your way up.
Yeah.
Not that they're interconnected at all, but I like them a lot anyways.
And I think VHS 1 and 2 keeps getting recommended to me on, I think it was Prime that they were on.
Yeah, I would. If you like horror, I would recommend them. They're good.
Yeah. Horror is definitely one of my favorites.
One of the in VHS 1, one of the actual like short films got made into a full length movie. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, they took the idea of it and made a whole movie out of it. So it's pretty cool.
That's like Tales of the Crypt.
Yeah, basically. And actually, there's another series called The ABCs of Death, where it's like each filmmaker got assigned a letter, and they had to film like a horror short about someone being killed that way.
Yeah.
And there's 24 of 20, however many letters, 25, 26 letters. How many letters in the alphabet? There's one of each. That one is like very hit and miss, but I would recommend that one too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
interesting.
I don't think I watched anything else that I can speak about here, except I'll save it for Weebus Plebus.
Yes.
The old Weebus Plebus.
Exactly. And then, did you watch anything? I'm pointing at Curtin.
Let's see. What have I watched? So I'm watching Picard right now. I'm rewatching it. So because the new season's coming out on Tuesday, I believe, Valentine's Day, which I think is pretty awesome. Little love for the Trekkies.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I've been watching through right now. I've been spending a lot of time playing video games, so I don't have much on my watch list.
Oh, well, what have you been playing video game-wise?
Oh, League of Legends, Diablo 2. Marvel Snap, a new game I picked up because of Ripsick.
Yep.
He put me onto Marvel Snap. That was... which is very similar to the Legendary game we were playing, but on a digital version. So I'm really enjoying that. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you did some lanes in League of Legends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some lanes in League of Legends and lanes in Marvel Snap.
I'm usually bot lane. I'm usually either support or ADC.
Okay.
Sometimes if I get sorted into another spot, I hope it's mid.
Bot lane?
Bot lane, yeah.
That sounds like it's a diss, actually. It's like when you play in Apex and be like, I was in a bot lobby. It's like you're full of people that suck.
It's short for bottom lane.
Oh, bottom lane. Okay.
And there's two characters that go bottom lane, where every other one has.
So you're telling me you're a bottom.
Nice one. That was good.
Very
mid,
good.
huh?
Yeah.
I never liked playing mid. I always play top or bot or jungle.
Well, so
never mid.
Mid, you're a mage.
Yeah.
Where top, you got to be a bruiser.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to not go all in. So with the bruisers, you just get beat up. Power bottom.
Bottom. Oh god. Oh my god.
I guess I could mage it up when I was playing Ori a lot.
Yeah, Ori's great right now. She's gotten some huge buffs.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the tropes like there's Lux, there's Brand, there's Victor.
I know that name.
Yeah.
That one I know.
Then there's also there's Yasuo. You could play mid.
Yasuo.
Well, Annie's gotten some huge buffs.
Steve, what about Steve?
Yep, Steve for sure.
Steve? No, I don't like playing him.
I remember last time we were on the show, and I think it was I would just say some sort of archetype, and you would name the character.
I don't think I was on the show. I was in chat.
Oh, is that what it was?
And I was
Yes.
like, you would say something, and I was like, oh, that's this character. That's this character. It was actually kind of fun.
Yeah. What about the one that controls light? What's
that's Lux.
Oh, of course. And the one that the space character.
The space character
came from outer space.
That'd be Diana.
Diana? Oh, yeah, okay, right. Well,
She's from the moon.
she's actually from the moon.
Oh,
That's
well,
right,
of
yeah.
course. Sorry, my bad.
That makes sense, yeah.
The one with the food-based powers?
Food-based powers.
Oh, I think you're trumping me here. Well,
Oh.
I mean, there's Sivir. She's got one of her skins. She's got a big pizza instead of a big disc that
all
she
right.
throws. So
I'm pretty sure there's Chef Urgot skin as well.
there's Chef Ergot. There's Morgana's also one where she's
Oh, yeah, her
burning some
pastry chef,
cookies.
Morgana.
Yeah. There's the sushi chef, Akali.
They got everything in this game.
They do.
Yeah.
They don't have Doomslayer or Geralt, though, so...
Oh, no, that's Fortnite.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Fortnite.
hold on. They don't have Geralt? That's not like Mordekaiser or maybe even Aatrox? Aatrox? Maybe Geralt's Aatrox? Turns
know.
into that, or Swain? Swain. Yeah,
Swain,
Swain.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
Swain.
Yeah.
All right. Very good game.
Hey, it's the game. It's been running for
No, I know,
14 years.
I know.
Put esports on the map.
Yep.
Still
It
the
sure did.
number one viewed and played game worldwide right now.
Who are you trying to convince, me or you?
I don't need convincing. I log in.
He sure doesn't.
I log in every day.
Yeah.
I haven't logged in years.
You should. You've got the battle pass. You got access to all the characters.
It's on Game Pass. I have all the characters too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That just hasn't... Battle Royale just hasn't been doing it for me lately.
Yeah.
The MOBA?
that's fair.
The MOBA,
Yeah.
even the Apex. I haven't played the Apex in forever, and
Oh my
they've
God.
huge changes to Apex lately.
Yep.
Will I turn it on? Will I play it? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Been busy
Yep.
playing Save the World.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't want to be mean here, but you went from League of Legends to Apex to Fortnite. Are you like...
You went to
are you
Fortnite
Are
in
you turning
between.
into a 14-year-old?
He did Fortnite before Apex.
Yeah, Fortnite was my first game I ever streamed. Was Fortnite.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I made
okay.
my break. My big streaming break in Fortnite. That's how I got famous.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Go with the numbers and then break out.
Yeah. Well, I'm playing Save the World in Fortnite, so it's all the PvE. There's no battle royale.
Tell yourself whatever you need to.
Oh, yeah. It's good. I can get
What's
my
the
survivor
average age
squad
of Fortnite player?
up. I don't know.
14.
I don't know. Average age of a Fortnite streamer is like 30.
Yeah.
But how many of those? There's only like 15 of those.
No, there's lots still. There's lots still.
Hey, at least I'm not playing Roblox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be playing Roblox.
No, you couldn't.
I could.
No, I did.
I know I can't stream it. It's
Yeah,
not in
that's
my
true.
career.
That's
but I
true.
can still play it
That's true.
if I wanted to.
Now, what was that whole Roblox reward thing on your stream at one point? I had put so many points into that.
Oh yeah.
That was the make me play Roblox or make me never play Roblox again.
Yeah.
No, you had a challenge to play it too. I
Yeah,
guess.
it was 2 million points to make me play Roblox.
Oh, I thought it was 500,000.
That was if you did the whole redemption of 500,000
Yeah,
to
on your
never
own.
play Roblox.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was on your own. Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
You sure did.
Yeah.
I was always spending my points. I only had like over 100,000 at any given time, so I was never able to get to that.
I
You
just
were always
saved them
fighting
up.
people and defusing bombs and shit.
Yeah.
I saved them up. Had to prevent the Roblox.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends play
Yeah,
Roblox.
basically. Terrible game.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yes.
Episode 4 came out,
Uh-huh.
and episode 5 came out.
But we didn't watch that.
We didn't watch it. We only watched episode 4.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean KurbStomped and I. Nine Arsons hasn't been on it yet.
I'm
No,
going to wait to
but he
binge
will.
it. I'm, like I
Mr.
said,
Binge, they call him.
I'm not good at waiting the week in between because I forget half of what went down.
Yeah, but they have a recap.
Yeah,
It's not
they
enough.
do.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Okay.
I guess I'm not focusing enough or retaining enough of it to
have
be
you
like.
considered
recall.
ginkgo biloba?
I have a good memory, but
Okay.
just for the things that are.
I don't know. What
important.
you just said makes it seem like you don't have a good memory, but
I guess what I'm saying is those things aren't important. For
okay,
me to try
fair
and
enough.
retain.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've forgotten everything about this episode because I did everything in one day. I did all 3. I did
Chainsaw Man.
I did
Last
Chainsaw
of
Man. I
Us,
did Last
and
of Us
Game Club?
and Game Club.
Good
Oh,
lord,
wow.
dude.
Yeah, lots to
That's
retain.
crazy. Well, this one is them going through the city
Yes.
to get to where they're going,
Yes.
and they get sidetracked.
Now I got a question. Have either of you played the game?
I played it up to like a little before the last episode.
Okay.
I never
when-
played through it.
When did you play this game?
The last time I played it was October.
Okay, so fairly recent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I've never beat it.
yeah.
No, I want to
Not
because
a
I
ga-
want to play the second one to see why all the Wiener boys are upset.
not a game I played. I know it looks really good and stuff like that, but just never anything that's kind of come into my purview.
Yeah, I didn't
much-
buy it or anything. It just was free on PlayStation Plus. So
I got to keep my daily League of Legends going, so I don't have time. I don't have it in the calendar.
Not enough
fair
time.
enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to get through. There was a detour through town, and they got attacked by some people.
Idiots. Let's just
Some
call them
people.
idiots.
They're like a cult, basically.
Yeah.
All these horror, like all these zombie shows. They always have their like
They're factions.
they're
of things.
factions.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah.
hate that shit, man.
I know when they had it in
Walking Dead?
like those people that did the bathtub scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
I just don't.
Ah, the bathtub scene.
Classic bathtub scene. I just don't. They're all like in. Why can't they all like? You'd think some factions would be similar. Like they're like sort of goals aligned, but no, they're all like, oh, this one's they want to. I don't know.
Terminus, thanks, Tank.
What are they trying to do? They're trying to find people hiding in the city or something like that have wronged them or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It was basically, you can tell, like, this is the part where in the series I'm like, this is based on a video game.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure.
They
It's
took
like-
the video game story and made it into a show.
Yeah.
But those tropes or those aspects in the story are also based loosely on someone reading maybe 2 pages out of like an anthropological book of
Yeah.
what will happen in society at some point. People band together for protection.
Yeah.
And then these ideologies come out.
Yeah.
And then this what creates these cults.
Yeah.
But these cults have been rewritten like Mad Max,
Yeah.
Walking Dead, any dystopian movie
Yeah,
has
it's
like
every movie is the same, basically.
what was that one with the Bible that had
Oh,
Denzel Washington?
yeah.
That was a good one, but it also had the tropes in it.
Yeah.
It's all just a rewritten piece.
Basically. Yeah, and they just fought the guys, tried to get out of the city. or tried to avoid these guys. But we see
Yeah.
the story of these guys now. Like the woman. Well, first of all, I'm like, this woman was on 3.5 Men.
Yes, she was. The leader of this band of merry men was on 3.5 Men.
Yeah.
What's 3.5 Men?
The Charlie Sheen show.
2.5
2.5 Men.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Is this Rose?
I don't know. I never watched it. I just knew she was on
Rose
it.
Nosy
neighbor.
Neighbor,
Okay,
yeah.
And she's just like this hardcore, just gonna kill people
Yeah.
in this show. And it's like, but she's got like her voice, right? So it's the most non-threatening voice you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So they're trying to. Well, they get Joel and Ellie get attacked. Joel and Ellie kill some people, and then they're like, "Well, we gotta get these guys. They fucked us up, so we're gonna fuck them up."
Ellie just spines some guy with her gun.
Yeah.
And the dude is just like, absolutely pleading on the ground.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my God,
my mom, take me to my mom. Take me to my mom. And Joel's like, well, I better save the bullets.
He's like, Ellie, go back in the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something you're not gonna want to see. You hear him screaming like. But that's the way the game is basically. Well, I mean, in the game, it's like Ellie murders like 1,500 people. So
Yeah.
Crazy.
The acting was, Pedro Pascal's good, and Bella Ramsey.
Yep.
She's good too. The acting's fine.
Is Bella Ramsey known for anything else?
She was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yes.
She was the young queen or whatever.
The young
I can't remember her
leader
name.
of Bear Island.
Yeah, and she also died to a troll, I think, fighting a troll or an ice troll or something.
It was not nice.
No,
It was not nice.
but she was
went
like
out.
a warrior death.
Yes, yeah.
She's like the hardest person in the show, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, they showed the background of these characters, and like apparently there's something in the ground now that they're scared of.
Yeah.
There's a pulsating part of the ground.
Tremors.
Yeah. Basically. But it was like,
Graboids are coming.
yeah. Like, maybe they show that in the game too. I don't know. But I was just like, okay, what's in the ground? Like a big mushroom? Like,
Yeah, there's they go into this building, they go downstairs. One of the guys, the main guard guy is like, hey, come with me. And they go downstairs and they look in this hole, or they look in the bottom of the thing, and there's just like, it's sunken in, like something
Sinkhole,
like a
basically.
sinkhole, and then it just starts pulsating with like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And they're like, just seal it off, it's fine.
So, tell me, what's the premise of The Last of Us? What made it dystopian? Is it nuclear fallout?
No, it was
zombies?
like, they're like zombies, but they're infected with like a parasitic fungus.
cordyceps.
Okay, so, and is it alien or is it natural?
They're not really
Not
sure,
really sure?
but
Okay.
it's natural, and they assume it's because of it was like contaminated the flour supply.
Okay,
And because-
so it's ravaged the entire Earth, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they show other parts of the world where it's happened to. Like they show the original Breakout was in like, I don't even remember, Thailand or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And they
Where
show
the flower got wet. Yeah, fungus was able to grow.
well, like flour, like for making food.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so you've got your flour for your food, and
Yeah.
it's got damp and moist, and a fungus grows in it.
Or something.
And then that flour got distributed all over the world.
Yeah.
And so once that hit the store, whatever product
Yeah,
hit the store
that's
shelves.
the part that was
Yeah.
pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Is that it was like simultaneous around the world.
Yeah.
It's like, the Hostess Twinkies made it to all the shelves across the world at the same time.
From one factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
I mean, the records are, they're not kept very well anymore since there's no electricity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's electricity.
If you got the gas.
Yeah.
Oh, what? There's no solar powers in this?
Well, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Probably.
there
We haven't
wasn't. Like,
seen
why?
any.
That's the. Why did what's his name not have solar power?
Yeah, right?
He had a generator he was running all the time.
Jeez.
Anyways,
Anyhow, gotta move the story along.
yeah. So I don't think there was any. There was no clickers or anything in this episode.
No clickers.
Just them being chased by people, and then at the end they get. They've been captured. At the
By
end,
who?
Is it good guys
To
or
be
bad
continued?
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 dots.
They're good guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're good guys.
Yeah, they went up like 35 flights of stairs
Yeah.
up into this apartment building, put glass down, like do the trap thing, but Ellie's like, hey, don't forget, you got bad ear. Duh.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up sleeping on the good ear, and then all of a sudden they're like,
Good but they're good guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's,
like, how
obvious.
yeah, I was like, if anyone tracks them in there up 35 flights of stairs, then like,
Yeah, these guys were already in the building.
Yeah.
They came in another way.
Yeah.
Though it was really, I found it really funny like with her trying to get Joel to laugh throughout the episode with her stupid pun book.
I know, it was hilarious.
Though the last one was the diarrhea joke that really cracked me up.
It's funny because the day before I was just flipping through some shorts and someone said the joke on the shorts.
Oh,
so
really?
they must have taken it from the
Took it from the show.
Or
And
it was
were these jokes from like a
coincidence.
John's bathroom reader?
Yeah,
type book
pretty
kind of
much.
thing?
Yeah.
She had a
Okay.
book she found and she was reading them out. And the one at the end of the episode, like, I didn't realize it was a joke because they did it so well. I mean, obviously you knew.
Oh, I definitely knew.
But like they're like trying to go to sleep and Joel's like, go to sleep, whatever. And she's just like, Joel? He's like, yeah. She's like,
can I ask a serious question?
yeah, did you know that diarrhea is genetic? And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, because it runs in your genes. And he's just like, oh my God. And then they have like a laughing, like touching
giggle
laughing
fit.
moment together.
Dads and elementary kids are around the world are like,
Pretty
yes,
much.
new material.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, that's the whole trope of the show is basically like at the start, I mean, you're hearing spoilers anyways, but
It's okay. I'm okay.
Joel's daughter is killed on the night of the outbreak.
Yeah.
She's about the same age as
That's
Ellie,
why he's taking
but
her
then
in.
20
Yeah.
no, well, he hasn't yet though.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
20 years later or whatever it is, he
Yeah.
has to take her to a place, but he's just like, you're cargo, you're nothing to me, I'll kill you, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But it's them slowly like he's
breaking
gonna
down
be
her-
like, this is like
she's
my
breaking down
daughter,
his
you know.
walls.
Yeah, so
yeah.
but I mean I liked the episode, but it was like, holy shit, this is like a video game.
Oh yeah. You didn't learn. There wasn't much learned. There's like, oh, there's a new faction. They're looking for people. Oh, they're captured.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, how do we show this faction is bad? Oh, well, she murders a doctor. Well, I guess they're not too good. They've proved it to me.
Yeah.
I still liked it, but it was just like, yeah, very video game.
Yeah, very video gamey. Not a lot happens.
Yeah, there's some nice. I mean, the fight scene was
there's some-
cool.
And are we
and-
talking about episode 4 or 5?
Four. We haven't watched
Right.
5 yet.
So we're
Yeah.
about halfway through.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I kind of wish I had played the game through, or maybe like played it like as we get through to the parts, so we can compare to what's going on.
That's an
But
interesting thought.
Have we heard anything about this episode from the Wiener Boys, though?
I don't know, why would we? Oh, because the implication was Ellie's gay in this one, or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is that the implication?
Well, she threw away the porno mag, where she's like, "Ew, gross."
Yeah, but how old is this character?
14 or something like that.
Yeah, that's a natural reaction.
Maybe
for
she
14-year-old
just doesn't
to
like
porno
dude
mag.
on
No,
porn.
she said something about like that's not for me or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said.
Okay.
But
I
I mean,
mean-
she is gay in the game.
Yeah,
so
she is.
Yeah.
it's not like it's out of the possibility. But she said something that was like, "No, that's not for me." So,
Big
But what-
strapping young bucks with giant hogs between their
but
legs?
why would there be any Wiener Boy talk with this episode?
I don't know.
Okay.
'Cause just for
What
similarities comparing it to the video game.
Oh, well, I mean, anyways. The last episode, there's a lot of Wiener Boys complaining that the character was gay. These other character that's in the game, who's obviously gay in the game too, except they don't show, like... Basically, last episode was, like, it showed the life of these two characters together that Joel knew. And in the game, they go to his house and his partner's already dead, and they take this guy with them on the journey. But he's like a crazy man who like yells at a cloud and stuff like that. So they can't really do that in the show. So they killed him off, but they went to his house anyways. And it's like, oh, take my truck. You can drive my truck if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of Wiener Boys were upset about that because it showed two men kissing.
Yeah, and in the whole show was... That whole episode was them.
Well,
Based
like
on them.
the episode was 80 minutes long, and like
Yeah.
60 minutes was them two and their life surviving the apocalypse
Yeah.
as two dudes. So
At some point, it's got to be where there's just two dudes that are gay characters in the show, and the straight guys just have to stop talking about them and just be like, yeah, it's just what it is, what it is.
I mean,
know?
as soon as it like, I heard there was backlash. That's
Yeah.
all I knew.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene where he's got his whole compound trapped. He's dug pits, like secret pits.
Yeah.
The guy falls into it, and he's like, "Help me, I'm trapped. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy." And then it's like Nick Offerman from Community.
yeah.
He's got his beard and everything going. And then they look in the pit, and there's another bearded man in the pit, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I know why the Wiener Boys are upset.
Yeah.
And then they have their gay life together, where they fall in love and they get married and whatever, blah blah blah, very touching and everything. And
Yeah.
but in the game, the only thing is it like he says like they go into the house and they'll be like, who's this guy? He's like hanging from the roof, like strung up. Yeah. It's like, that's my partner. And then they cut him down, and then there's like a pile of like porno mags which shows like dudes on it. It's like whatever, like Hairy Man Monthly or whatever. That's all it says in the game, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in the show they were very much gay.
Yeah.
And the Wiener Boys didn't like that.
Sure didn't.
So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Not much. Yeah, like you said, not much was discovered.
Yeah. Very video gamey, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Game Club.
Oh, yes. Game Club.
Let's move it on over to Game Club, ladies and gentlemen. We're thinking about moving Game Club to the end of the show so that we can have more interactions with people. Because it's kind of like, it's like a book club, but it's only us two.
Yeah, well,
and
yeah.
So when we bring more people in,
we'll have
more discussion.
But they have to actually play the game.
They do have to actually play the game.
I guess it's got to be a trial.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yeah.
See how it works.
But we were playing Plague Tale.
Yes.
Requiem.
Yes.
And we wrapped it up.
We did wrap it up.
Finally.
But what is
Exciting.
Game Club?
Oh, yeah, right. What is Game Club? It's like a book club.
It's like a book club, and each week we play a chapter, segment, or a timed interval of game, and then we talk about it.
Yeah.
I have to say it every time, right?
Timed interval.
It's now
my favorite interval.
I've been saying it for 116 episodes.
Not quite that long.
No, you guys haven't been doing Game Club as long as you've been doing the podcast.
We tried to do it at the start.
Yeah. And yes, Plague Tale Requiem, last two chapters, three chapters.
Yeah.
We went through it. We wrapped it up.
Yeah, we didn't want to stretch it out.
We didn't want
to stretch it out. It wasn't that long either, though. So.
No.
How was it? Considering your guys' sentiment last time where you were feeling a little bored and a little disattached.
I was just like, it's finally done.
So the sentiment continued on.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was like,
I found the ending to be great. Okay. Did not save the game, though.
Yeah.
No, the ending was fine, but I was just like, really, for 2 games, we've been toting this kid around and it just ends for us, we have to kill him? Like...
Yeah, as soon as the count took him away, I was like, I guess we're going to have to kill him now.
Yeah, it just was like, really? And the whole time through this whole game, I was like, just fucking throw the kid in the ocean. Save a lot of trouble for everybody. So yeah, it basically gets down to Hugo thinks we're dead.
Yeah.
So he's like upset, and he's got his rat powers really ratting it up.
Yep. The macula takes over.
Yep. And we have to go down and brain him.
Yeah. Well, let's back it up to the previous chapter first.
Back that ass
up.
up.
Which is So, ship's crashed.
Spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah, the spaceship. Amicia and what's his face? Arnaud are on the beach. Yeah. Arnaud's patching up Amicia. Lucas has already been in there and done some stuff, and Arnaud's like, they're already up the beach. They're already getting some horses, so let's go up there and catch up to them.
Yeah.
And they get up to where the ship is crashed, and all of a sudden the Count's there. I'm like, how in the hell did the Count even catch up to them in the first place? And then I look, and there's the city. They're just still here. They haven't left the island yet.
Yeah. But
even the ship crashed back onto the same?
I don't know if it's back on the same, because it's like Marceau?
Yeah, I think we're back on the mainland here.
Yeah. How the hell did the Count even catch up?
Don't worry about it.
That's what I want to know.
Don't worry about
it.
But like, yeah. Anyways,
Amicia's like in pain, just arrow wound through her side.
Yeah.
And Arnaud's just like, here, have some magic potion. It'll make it fine. And then she's just up and at him, just ready to roll.
Yeah.
And so we go into a fight because the Count comes. Arnaud's like, let me take him. I'm gonna take him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. And it's a really easy fight. There's just, you walk around, you hit them, you hit the other guards that come out with the thing. Arnaud and the Count are fighting in the back. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you kill like 5-6 guys maybe, the Count stabs Arnaud.
Yeah.
And Arnaud does the heroic thing where he pulls the sword into him.
Yeah.
Takes the Count's helmet off and is like, Amicia, your turn.
Yeah.
And then just brained.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, finally. Finally, just brain the big bad guy.
I couldn't use my crossbow, though.
It had to be braining him.
I could crossbow him in the brain.
I'm getting reminiscence of Gladiator here.
I never seen it.
Yeah.
The
very end scene where he slides on the sword to get to Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. We brain him.
Yeah.
He's
slow-mo brain him.
Yeah. I hated that fight.
Yeah?
Well, it just was like, they're just throwing people at you to kill, like...
At least it wasn't that long, like some of the other fights.
Yeah. But it was just like, okay, I gotta break this guy's armor off and go hit him again. And I was just like,
How is the mechanics of the game fight?
It's the same as usual.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I have to hit the guy with the like dust, and then I go behind him and break his armor off, and then I can kill him. And then another guy throws a spear at me, and I have to hit him in the head with a rock. And
nothing new, nothing exciting. I mean, it was just like in the first one where I was like, if we just walk up to the bishop and just brain him, that would have been a satisfying ending to me.
Yeah,
but we had the rat fight, and that was still good. Whereas this one, they actually gave that to me.
Yeah,
where you don't have to fight the count, you just brain them.
Yeah, but like but like they just replaced the rats with us fighting other soldiers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fine. We ended up braining the bishop just 3 times. So.
Should I play this game?
You should play the first game.
100% you should play the first game.
I was being silly based on your guys' reaction here in the final.
We're on the wrong side of history though. Everyone else loved this game.
Okay.
More or less.
And then the last chapter, or the second to last chapter, is us going down into like the cocoon of
rats.
Yeah, where
and they're throbbing.
Hugo is.
Waves of rats come out. We have to hide behind a wall. They get like the rats just go over the wall. They don't.
Yeah, it's just like pulsating waves of rats. So you go and you hide behind a wall, and the rats just go all around it.
Yeah. And then we walk down to the bottom and hit him in the head with a rock.
Good set piece. Like the set pieces were great. Mm-hmm. You have a little hallucination where you're talking to Hugo trying to get through this area.
Oh like, yeah, that was weird.
You got to do things differently. We can't keep doing things the same. Everything has to be different.
Yeah. So we have to walk away from
the phoenixes. Like when you're on the island,
the phoenix statues point the direction and the way to go.
Yeah, but here you have to walk away from the phoenixes where they're pointing, so that you can actually progress in the story.
Yeah, you have to basically go against Amici's now natural like reaction to things, where it's like, I'm getting attacked by these rat people, I got to kill them. No, you have to put the fire out and let them kill you basically.
Yeah, a tiny little puzzle solving sequence here to kind of get
barely. I mean, it's I wouldn't even call it a puzzle. Yeah. It's just they even just tell you the answer. Like, we can't do this. What we always do, Amici. It's like, okay, I guess rather than setting the rats on fire, I'll put the fire out. Oh, I did it.
Yeah. And then a slow sobbing walk
up to kill Hugo. We should have killed Lucas too.
God, Lucas is the worst.
Yeah.
Is Lucas that when you drag along?
Yeah, he's just this little dipshit alchemist kid that's with you.
Yeah.
Everyone else died. Why did he get to live?
I don't know.
Anyways.
And so you go up. It's Hugo's in this big
Sophia
brain
lived
sphere
too.
thing.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
He's strapped to a tree or something like that.
Yeah. And so you just extremely slow motion brain him.
Yeah, and as soon as the rock hits him, it just fades to black.
Yeah, credits.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
But then
that was okay.
the first post-credit scene, it's like we're fucking watching the end of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So Amicia's at the mountain house cabin, whatever, where she's relaxing for the last year, 6 months. I can't even remember what it says. Just, being alone. And Sophia comes with the horses and like, all right, it's time to go. She's like, okay, let's go. And they make their way through the forest back to the horses.
We're just chatting about things.
What's going on. So that Amici is saying like, oh, I can find the signs of the next host and carrier and protector, and I can help them.
I was like, and she said that, I was like, what? It was like 1,000 years in between you and your brother in the first ones. Yeah. 1,000 years. How are you going to find them now?
Yeah. So that's her plan, is to wander the world and find the next one and help them out. It was I liked walking through the forests.
Yeah.
It looked nice. And we go to like Hugo's shrine, and there's all sorts of birds flocking around it. She pulls out the necklace. Grave Robs takes the necklace.
Necklace is the sigil of her house on it.
I have a small little anecdote I want to talk about post-credit scenes in a video game for later.
Okay.
Just put a footnote in.
And then it goes to more credits, and then it's like the last scene of the game is like in the future.
Yeah. You see a blanket, and then you see a baby's arm,
and you
hear like high heels walking.
And you hear an ECG or whatever.
ECG,
going off like beep beep, and then it shows the baby's arm, and it's got all the macula marks on it. And it's in like modern day.
Yep, 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah. So in the next one, Amicia's gonna have a gat. Yeah. She'll be popping caps. Yeah. When it was over, I was like, okay, we're done. And then I was like, oh, maybe I just go get the achievements.
Oh, the New Game Plus achievements?
So I was like, let me New Game Plus. And it's like, I look at it, it's like New Game Plus is the ultra hard mode. And I was like, nah.
I guess I
Never
didn't
mind.
ask, are you guys doing this on console or on PC?
I did console.
I
You
did PC.
console. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both on Game Pass, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both on Game Pass. So, yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were really stoked for this one after the first game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The first game was way better. Way better story. Better just everything. This one, no.
Yeah.
So, what's next?
Well, I made a list of 4 games.
Yeah, for Planet Club.
Yeah, so so this.
Pardon?
So
Wash your mouth out with some.
So we've been using this Trello program thing for organizing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I was making a list of games for Game Club, and I was like, oh, I need a picture. And I was like, I'll put the podcast logo. And then I was like, no, I'm going to use AI to create a podcast logo.
Which one did you use?
The DALL-E.
DALL-E?
Yeah. And I just typed in a podcast logo that has the name Game Club in it. And I sent it out. And AI cannot do words yet for some reason.
They struggle with it. So I've been seeing a lot of tutorials where you get it to design it.
And then you customize it.
Customize the word, the over top of the letters.
So I typed it in and it created like 5 different logos, and one was like a logo of like these 2 deformed guys looking like they're eating chicken in the middle of a circle, and it says Plamic Club underneath it.
It's almost got a Picasso look
Yeah.
to the faces.
So I just was like cracking up. So I was like, okay, that's the thumbnail for Game Club there.
It is great. It looks like it's Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Club Lanny C9 tub.
Yeah, it was very weird. So
Yeah, it looks like 2 dudes just enjoying a wine, but the wine has like fish in it.
yeah, it was very weird, and I was like, well, perfect. I love this.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So I was going through this list here, and I really think we should do the Outer Worlds.
The Other Worlds.
The Outer Worlds,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, the Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds.
We do as many side quest things that we want to in that time, but and the main thing is just do one of the main storyline quests.
So yeah, I was looking for games that have like set main missions that we can do, so we can say like do this, do that, do the other one.
Bisected into like chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is like it's basically Fallout. It's Fallout New Vegas in space.
Yeah.
Because it's done by Obsidian. They did Fallout New Vegas, and this is like their game they made. Basically, there's a sequel coming. And I played the first little bit of this game when it came out to check it out because it was on Game Pass.
Yep.
Microsoft owns Obsidian, so of course it's on Game Pass. And I enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, well, this one I know we can have main missions and do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But what were the other ones I put on the list?
So the other ones were Alien Isolation.
Again, another one that has chapters that we could do.
Yeah.
Horror game on Game Pass.
Chinatown Detective Agency.
This is a point-and-click, like, adventure game. There's only like 4 or 5 chapters in it. They're not too long either. But it's like a classic sort of LucasArts point-and-click style game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point and click, like
King's Quest or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then Yakuza 0.
Yakuza 0. I mean, Yakuza is Yakuza. This one has missions where you can main mission stories, and then there's all sorts of side shit you can do if you'd like to do it.
So, are you guys gonna ask chat or your followers to see if there's an interest that they want to jump in on this?
Normally, yes, we would, but we kind of have to say what we're going to do right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no one will know what's going on.
Yeah, right.
So if Outer Worlds is fine by me.
Yeah,
I
think
do
Outer
Worlds.
Worlds is actually probably be cool because then we got the 18 main quests, so that's 18 episodes.
Yeah.
And then we can just get as lost in the sauce as we feel.
Yes.
I think I'm going to join you guys on this.
Yeah,
very good.
I've been enjoying listening to Game Club, and I've been wanting to participate.
Nice.
So I think, I'm going to chime in, and I'm going to play along and keep up with you guys as you are doing your chapters.
It's on Game Pass. I think it's for PC and console. I forgot to look to see if it was actually on PC Game Pass.
That's right, because I don't have...
No, it has to be. They're owned by
console.
Obsidian. Of course, it's on both.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've only got...
I think it is on
PlayStation
PS4.
console.
I think it is on PS4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's on PC and Xbox Game
PC.
Pass.
It's
Yeah,
on
okay.
PC?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. There you go.
So I'll play along. I'll join you guys. I think
Nice.
we should get other people listening to the podcast
Yes,
involved
I would
too.
love to have other people playing along
everyone
too.
can play along with us.
Yeah,
That's
Try
the whole
and pick
point.
I highly encourage that they should play along,
Yeah.
and we can get some interaction going on.
That's the whole idea behind it.
Yeah, we try and play games that have either been free on Epic or are currently on Game Pass, so that people don't have to buy a new game in order to play it.
Yeah.
If they already subscribed or if they've been keeping up with their Epic,
again,
which they should be.
We did do
low barrier to entry for
Yes,
them.
yes.
we did do Guardians of the Galaxy,
We
Yeah.
did do Guardians of the Galaxy first, which we had to buy, but yeah.
but that one was we had to do it.
Yeah.
It had to be done.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
It had to be done. If you want to play that game now, it's dirt cheap, like less than $20.
You chose a game that your viewers had to
Yeah.
buy. Shame on you.
I mean, it's,
I mean,
Did
that
you
was
guys
our
get
first one.
kickbacks? Is that what it was?
If
I
only.
smell some.
if anything, I bought it and then like a week later it was off for like 50% off. So,
Oh
Yeah.
no! I hate those timings.
yeah, that game did not sell well. So
No.
it was immediately on sale,
Yeah.
but it was really good.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it was.
But yeah, okay. Outer Worlds, I'm down with it. I looked. Death Stranding has main missions in it, but there's
Yeah.
60 of them.
Yeah, Death Stranding's the long guy.
But there's only like 8 chapters.
Yeah.
But it varies. Chapters vary in range from like 30 minutes to like 4 hours. So
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything under like an hour to 2 hours per chapter.
just to make it a little
Yeah.
more manageable.
Yeah. And
So.
then you can just get lost in the sauce as much as you want with Outer Worlds.
Cool.
Nice.
So that way there can be more discussion on like, oh, I did this, I went over here.
Well,
and did
especially in the
Yeah,
Outer Worlds,
yeah.
is because it is like a Fallout or Elder Scrolls game where it's like, well, I was a total doucher in this quest, or I had no speech skills, so I couldn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So now we can have a
Excellent.
variety of experiences to talk about rather than just like, oh, I went over here and brained this guy.
Yeah, the only thing that was different in the last or the Plague Tale was when I found the armor power up that you didn't find.
Yeah.
That was like the only difference
Yeah.
between us, basically.
Yeah, we played it the exact same because there was just the build that you would do. That was the build you should do.
Oh, and I figured out. Remember, we were talking about how you level up your skills.
Yeah.
So I was wrong about how it works.
Oh?
So the way it works is, the way I thought was like the more people you kill, the more you level up. But it's not actually. There's 3 different types of abilities in Plague Tale, like sneaking, aggressiveness, and whatever. Mm-hmm. And each one would level up based on how many enemies you kill in a section. So if you wanted sneaky to level up, you could only kill 2 enemies in a section. Then your sneakiness would go up. If you killed between 3 and 4, this other stat would go up. But if you killed like 6 plus, then your aggressiveness would go up.
Yeah.
So that's how it would work.
Gotcha.
But they don't tell you that in the game.
No.
Interesting.
Of course not.
You just have to figure that out on your own.
You have to buy the book, the strategy guide.
Man, I
Yeah.
wonder if they even made one for this.
Who was the big
Versus books, Brady games.
Brady games?
Yeah.
Brady, let's head up to chapters and get a
Yeah.
Brady's copy.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, they probably only had an art book for this game. I wouldn't
I
imagine there
think
was a
Brady
strategy
games went
guide.
under about
Yeah.
6 or 7 years ago.
Prima.
Yeah, Prima.
Prima strategy guide. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, the Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds it is. Ladies and
Sounds
gentlemen,
good to me.
make sure you install and play along with us.
I'm going to replay
By next week.
the first segment.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. This is actually a game that I've wanted to play, so that's good.
All right.
That's good.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yes.
All night long.
It's time. If you guys like Game Club, you know what else you're going to like?
No.
Patreon.com/StreamVoid pod. That's right.
Right.
You can get in here. You can throw money at the screen. You can help support this podcast with your hard-earned dollary dues.
Yeah, you should.
And you get bonus features. You
Yes.
get access to all of our bonus content, our bonus videos, our the pre-stream, the post-stream, the mid-stream bathroom breaks, which we just had one.
Live stream that.
Yeah.
Sounds like the battle pass or extra DLC.
It is definitely extra DLC.
Microtransaction.
And because we have a guest,
Yeah.
the pre-show is an hour and a half long.
That's crazy.
It's an hour and a half long.
Yep.
Making me sound like I'm a chatty Cathy.
Now we all are.
Yeah, well, the pre-show is usually an hour long,
Yeah, okay.
but now it's an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
There's much more going on.
Exactly.
Yes, only $1 a month. You can get in there, help this podcast out, get access to Weebus Plebus early, get access to this podcast early.
Yes. You should
And
do it.
You should.
Even I do it.
You do.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
do I do it?
Paying yourself.
I guess so.
Less money.
Exactly. Damn. So
Yeah.
stupid.
Yes. Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2.
Uh-huh.
Near and dear to your heart.
Yes.
Will be anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It is now playable from start to finish. It's not out yet, but
Yes.
getting there. It's gone gold.
Yeah.
What is Alan Wake 2?
You familiar with the game Alan Wake?
Nope.
Okay. We played it on the Game Club a while
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a horror writer who's had writer's block. He's going on a vacation with his wife to a little town called Bright Falls to like recharge and refresh. But when they get there, his wife is like, actually, there's like this cool like writer's retreat where they help people that have writer's block.
She hoodwinked him.
You should go there. And Alan's a huge dinker, so he just is very upset about this. But then she gets kidnapped by an evil presence.
Oh.
And he has to rescue her.
Yeah.
And
cool.
it's like the evil presence is written in a novel that he's reading that he was written into, so maybe he doesn't exist.
It's Inception.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit.
Excellent.
It's like, what's going on here? And,
This sounds awesome.
is Alan Wake real, or was he just a figment of this other writer's imagination? But you play as Alan Wake, and it's very much like Stephen King-esque.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever watch The 13th Floor?
Of course.
It's giving me vibes from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're Swedish. They're a Swedish company.
Cool.
And they're the guy that's done by Remedy, who did like Max Payne.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like, not a lot, but there's like references to Max Payne in the game a little bit.
Oh yeah, nice. A little homage.
Well, like the voice. No, wait. The face of Max Payne is on a fake TV show in the game.
Cool.
And yeah, it's very interesting. I liked it a lot. Gameplay is a little dated. Like when we played it for Game Club, it was already 10 years old, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the gameplay is kind of like but Alan Wake 2 will have like better gameplay.
Sounds like the story holds up though.
I love the story
the
of
story's
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Just
so good.
crazy.
It's pretty funny too. Like there's an FBI agent chasing down Alan Wake, and he has like no respect for him. So he'll be like taunting him, but he'll taunt him by calling him other author's name. He'll be like, "All right, Dean Koontz, come on out. We got you surrounded." So it's pretty funny that
Nice.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that happens in that game.
Yeah.
And yeah, the gameplay is extremely dated. Like just walking around and trying to fight stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, just get me through this section, please.
Well, it's it's
okay.
like things that have come along since then are not implemented in the game. So
Yeah.
like in a game nowadays, like if you're getting attacked from behind, it'll give you a little indicator, like an arrow being like, hey, you're going to get attacked. This game, no. You just get attacked from behind.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. At best, they slow down the game, so you have a chance to dodge. But yeah, it's still enjoyable anyways.
Yeah, you're fighting shadow monsters in the dark, and in order to destroy them, you have to hit them with your flashlight first, and then you can shoot them.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to break their armor with
Yeah.
your flashlight.
Right.
Break their
basically.
shadow armor.
But you get other light-based weapons like flares and flashbangs
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's an interesting concept. It was probably executed very well back in the day.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But now playing it is just it's a chore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's more about the story than
for
that,
sure.
for sure. Very Twin Peaksy too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lots of written story as well. Because
Yes.
you go through and find the pages of the novel that he is
Alan Wake is writing.
in.
Yeah, right.
that
Yeah.
He's writing it, but he's also in it, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll find like a page that'll be like, oh, that just happened. I just saw that. Or
Yeah.
you'll find a page and be like, what? This hasn't happened yet. What does this mean?
So it's like
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Except it tells you exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like that. There was the one part with the skid steer that comes alive,
Yeah.
and I had read the page like a little while ago that had that happen. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. Then I get to the skid steer. I'm like, okay, I know what's going to happen here.
yeah. So, yeah, they say that Alan Wake 2 is playable from start to finish. That means the graphics and sounds and voice recordings are not done, but you can play through the game, basically.
It's probably all just like low poly models and everything. But
I'm sure it'll look incredible.
oh yeah, the scenes that they have rendered out look really good.
Remedy games always usually look pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and they have like historically had good gameplay. Like we said, Alan Wake's doesn't really stand up now, but like think about when Max Payne came out. Like that was like primo like gameplay, and now you go to play Max Payne and you're like, ooh baby,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do that with any of the games. Like, like Tomb Raiders.
Well, but yeah,
First Tomb Raider to the last.
Totally,
Tomb Raider,
but
just
like think about going back to Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah,
like that is fine, perfect as it is. There's
I mean the side-scrolling platformer hasn't changed much over the years.
No, that's true.
What are you talking about? Think about like Super Meat Boy, where you've got these super crazy hard jumps and slides and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the principle is still the same.
Oh, yeah, but the mechanics, I think it's
the mechanics are different for sure.
Totally different.
Yeah.
But
going left to right.
Yeah, going left or up and down, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to play Alan Wake 2.
I know you are.
I'm ready for it. I played both Alan Wake games, Alan Wake and Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Not that the American Nightmare really adds anything story-wise. It's just game, basically.
It's just Alan Wake with a framing nailer.
Yeah. And a flashlight.
Yeah, and a flashlight.
Fighting bad guys. Hordes of bad guys, basically. I liked it when it came out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't stand up.
Yeah, we thought about playing that on Game Club, didn't we?
No, we thought about playing the DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Like the extra missions,
Yeah.
but we didn't do that.
Yeah.
I should go back and play those. Huh.
Do it.
Yeah.
I will not. I
Yeah.
will not. Next up,
Yep.
Team Fortress 2
Uh-huh.
is going to be getting a significant update this summer.
Oh, jeez. Dead game.
Yeah, right? It's kind of weird that they're doing it like a huge update, like maps, weapons, everything.
I don't know.
like,
It's
tons
still
of stuff.
played like a lot, so like,
Yeah,
why
I
wouldn't
guess
they
so.
update it?
Yeah, they were calling out for the creator community to start submitting their items to get into this new update for the
Yeah.
workshop.
It's outsourcing your work for free.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, this game came out when? 2008?
I don't know.
Like, it's been a while.
It has been a while. Let's find out. 2007, yeah.
2007. But I mean, like, people are still playing it. Like, I know they thought, like, we're never going to get an update for Team Fortress again, but if there's still people playing it and they can make money on it, because don't they sell, like, keys and shit for this? Getting hats and whatnot?
I don't know.
It's got to be generating some kind of revenue.
Well, I mean,
for them to be
it's-
wanting to do an update.
It's Valve, so they don't really need to generate revenue on their game too much. First of all, they get enough money from Dota.
Tons of Dota money.
But, you know, they don't. It doesn't really have to make money.
Yeah.
But I think they sell hats for this game. Or, like, you can get hats from,
You can
like,
definitely get hats.
like
in
from
chests, I
keys and
think.
stuff. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time with Team Fortress. Did you play Team Fortress?
No,
Mikey?
not one I got
Michael
into.
T?
Oh, yeah.
I played it on the gold box on the Xbox.
Yeah, I played it in 96 for the Quake 2 mod.
Oh,
No, I mean the actual Team Fortress.
Oh, Team
2.
Fortress. No, that is the actual Team Fortress. This is Team Fortress 2.
I'm talking about Team Fortress.
Yeah,
2.
yeah, I played a lot of Team Fortress 2 when it
Good
first came
lord.
out.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I played a fair amount of it on the Xbox.
trying to flex in every which way without answering
Yeah,
the question.
exactly.
Yep, of course. That's how you do. Yeah, I played a lot of it on the PC.
Yeah.
Engineer around.
Yeah, I was the engineer. It's the easiest one to just fucking
Yeah.
slap it down an auto turret.
Yeah. Then they started adding like new weapons that did different effects, and
Yeah, they
that
had
was about
like
when I checked out.
they had
I've heard this same argument when talking about League of Legends.
what
from
new
Mike.
new
They started adding new
Yeah.
characters and new skins, and I don't know who's who, so I checked out.
Well, I would think that's a little tougher in League of Legends compared to Team Fortress.
Yeah, I'm just teasing them.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Add those legendary skins where it's like, who is this now? None of
Yeah,
their
it's a little
skill sets
different when there's
match?
50 characters compared
Yeah.
to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So
175 characters.
no way. What? How can you play that
Maybe
game?
it's 170, 175.
How can you even?
5 are viable.
Oh my god! Yeah, no kidding, eh? Jeez,
And they all
Louise.
have like 10 to 30 skins.
Yeah, well, of course they got to make their money somehow.
Yeah, the skins are fine. It's just the skins that make them look completely different with
Yeah.
different sound effects and everything. Yeah. That bothers me.
So, are
but
you gonna
yeah,
fire up Team Fortress 2?
no.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Well, it's on the Source engine, right? I don't really like games on the Source engine.
Yeah.
They just don't. You jump 1 inch off the ground, and I don't know.
I don't know. You've played Apex before.
That's not Source engine, is it? Okay, it's
That's
heavily
on Source.
modified then.
Oh yeah, it's heavily modified, but yeah, Apex
I was thinking
is
of
Source.
Gary's mod.
Nothing like a little Gary's mod to
Yeah,
fill
that's
your
fine,
day.
but like the controls and everything are just terrible in
Yeah.
Gary's mod, where you
It's all floaty and stuff for sure.
but you only jump 1 inch off the ground. So
That's true.
I don't
That's
like
true.
it. I mean, I like Gary's mod, but yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to play this either because I'm sure it's not coming to Xbox 360.
Probably not.
Okay, I still have one of those. I got
360?
I got a 360. I got the charge pack for the batteries. I got the controllers. You know, obviously there's no reason to pull it out, but I've got a full complement of it.
There's always a reason to pull it out. How else are you going to play Gears of War 2.
Or
Cult
actually,
Saga.
Cult Saga and Ancient Civilization.
Ancient Civilization?
Yeah, Sid Meier's Ancient Civilization. You played it.
Oh, Civ World?
No. Sid Meier's Ancient Civilization, the cartoony version of Civ.
No.
No, not Ancient Civilization.
No.
Civilization Revolution.
Yes,
Sorry.
there you go.
There
Okay,
we go.
yeah. Of course. I got all the achievements in that one.
Yeah, I'm missing one.
I got them all, baby.
Yeah, I remember. I think I asked you one time how to do it. I was like, I can't figure this one out.
I don't remember how I did it.
Yeah.
I remember you asking me, but I don't remember what I did.
I'm hoping that they bring that game. I don't know if it's on Steam or something, but I just need to find a way to play that game some more.
The Revolution one?
Yeah.
I think it is. Because it was on iOS and stuff, too.
Because it's just so much fun to go and play instead of having to boot up. Like, I got Civ 6.
Yeah.
But, like, that's an investment if you want to play.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Civilization Revolution, you could sit down for 2 or 3 hours, wrap a whole campaign, and be like, hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think it is. It probably is on Steam. I would check
I'm
her
not
out.
entirely sure. Probably is.
Yep.
Next up, Atomic Hearts has their full PC specs revealed. And only needs 16 gigs of RAM recommended.
That's not too bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Sounds like it's optimized a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, eh?
There's been a recent slew of games where it's like, you need 32 gigs of RAM to play this on ultra settings. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
But if you look back at like the settings required to play other older games at ultra settings, it would have been like, you need 4 gigs of RAM.
You need 512 megs of RAM.
Yeah.
I found that it would do that. You would like the games would come out and they would all play within, and all of a sudden there'd be this one turning point where one does it, and then they're all doing it, and then they're all like, and then all of a sudden there's this need
power
to buy
creep.
an upgrade, power creep,
Yeah.
and then you kind of hit a homeostasis for a little while, and then it happens again. So we're probably just at that point.
I don't know. It's just unoptimized, I think, more for these other ones.
Probably.
Because if these guys can do it with 16, like, why couldn't Forspoken do it with 16? Atomic Heart is kind of like Bioshock. Russian Bioshock. Yeah, I think we
can't play it then.
Russia.
Okay.
Oh, we're not allowed to?
No, it's Russian.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's coming to Game Pass.
Oh.
So I'm interested to see what's going on with it.
That still means money's going to them, right?
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Microsoft.
yeah,
money.
I mean, but not every Russian is evil. They're kind of like the Empire in Star Wars.
Yeah. Not everyone's evil.
Not every stormtrooper knew they were evil.
FN2349 is
Yeah, exactly. Not every stormtrooper knows that they're the baddies. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I wonder how the graphics compare to Forspoken or one of these games that require 32 gigs
Yeah.
of RAMs.
Yeah. Be interesting to see.
Do you have the 32 or do you have to do some upgrades?
I'm going to play on console.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll play on the old Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't have 32 gigs of RAM. No, wait. I do have 32 in my editing PC.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. But
Dealing with
in
too
the
many-
gaming one, no.
Yeah.
16. So,
Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy.
yep.
That came out. Mm-hmm. And apparently there was supposed to be a big Twitch streamer boycott of it.
I feel like you missed
And yet...
Go ahead.
And yet it's breaking Twitch records for streaming.
Yeah. There's a couple things going on with this one. First of all, there's like what's her name? J.K. Rowling's history of, I wouldn't even call it anti-trans stuff she said, just she has some different ideas than other people, basically. Versus separating the art from the artist. Like, people are like, if you play Hogwarts Legacy, obviously you're anti-trans because she's anti-trans. But it's like, well, the art... First of all, she had nothing to do with this game. Like, she created the Wizarding World or whatever. Yeah. But she didn't, like, write it or do anything with the game. She's not programming or making graphics or anything. But if you buy the game, she's getting money from it.
How much?
I think she gets a lot.
Pennies on the dollar?
No, I think she gets a lot. I think she owns everything.
Her royalties are large on this?
Well, I think she sold the rights to, like, wherever, WB for... I mean, who knows what her deal is, but she would have sold the rights to them to make a game for, like, a lot of money.
Yeah.
And maybe she makes...
So she got the money whether the game got finished or not?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So whether you buy or play this game has no...
She's already got paid.
She's already got
But
paid.
I mean, she might get more based off of, like...
But how much?
But we're never going to know
what
that.
What does the game cost? 70, 60, $70?
$70.
So she's making pennies? Like,
I mean, yeah, it's hard to say.
Maybe you're putting
like even let's say $1 on it,
$1 in her pocket. You know,
so like, they sell 20 million copies, 20 million bucks.
But each person's only giving her $1.
Yeah, but they're at the side of it like, well, she's anti-trans. If she gets anything from it, it's no good, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. It's breaking records. Like it's like the third highest single player consecutively played game on Steam of all time, behind like Cyberpunk and I don't even know what the other one was. But there's going to be a lot of people that probably would have never bought this game because whatever, but they're buying it because of this, like to be like, ha, let me show them left wingers on the libs by buying this game.
Or is it also that it's on Twitch because not as many people bought it, so they're watching the people who
buy it?
No, it's
like it's sold tons. It's like the number one seller. So.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've seen tons of people playing it for sure.
Yeah,
I'm on Twitch and there's always recommended. And it's all Hogwarts,
yeah.
Hogwarts.
I don't like Harry Potter, so but the game does seem interesting to me. Like, but I don't like Harry Potter enough to play this game.
Yeah, the graphics look great.
Yeah,
I don't know what the gameplay is about. Not a clue.
It's like a action RPG with you can level up and you get like new armor and shit.
Oh, that sounds right.
So exactly. Yeah. So you put on a new cloak or get a new wand. You can design your wand at the start, broom. I think. Yeah.
So I read
I
read a quick article and it looked like that this article was probably not accurate at all, but it said that J.K. Rowling makes about 50 to 100 mil a year in royalty.
That's probably right.
From the game?
No, just in general. Just in general.
Well, think about it. She's got the movies, the books, the games.
Yeah.
There's like, isn't there a theme park or something somewhere?
Yeah, there's two. There's one in Montreal or Quebec, and then there's one down south, I think in like I want to say Louisiana area, but I could be wrong.
Then there's also like the toys.
Yeah, all the merch.
Like all the like fake wands and shit. All that stuff.
Everything that's pumped out.
She owns all the Harry Potter rights. Yeah. It's not like when you're a music artist and then the record label owns your music and you earn your money from touring or whatever.
Yeah.
Authors keep generally their whatever. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, I don't understand these rich ass people. It's like, why don't you just go away? Like, if I had $100 million, you'd never fucking hear from me again.
Yep.
Like, how much money?
Why do you need to express your opinions?
Well, see, that's the thing too. Is her opinion, whatever. Like, what I've read into it is that she was just against, like, for minors, having
having that option.
Whatever.
She feels you need to be older to make that kind of decision.
So right or wrong, whatever. But it's just like, is she anti-trans? I don't think so. But like,
probably not. Who knows?
It's just,
I don't know.
It gets blown out of proportion. Again,
as I say, in this day and age, no matter what, your opinion's going to divide some section of people.
Well, and it doesn't help too that when someone writes an article about it, people only read the headline.
Yeah.
So if the headline says J.K. Rowling anti-trans, that's all they know.
And that article has an agenda with a clickbait of some sort.
Most places nowadays do.
Or an opinion that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's not very many neutral news sources anymore.
No.
So I'm not going to play this game because I don't care about Harry Potter. I read the first Harry Potter book when I was like 30. I was like, this book is literally for children. I do not understand how an adult can care at all about Harry Potter.
So you had said that before, I think, on one of your streams or something. And my thought process was, the first adults that fell in love with it
they weren't
the parents that were reading it to their kid.
Yeah, maybe.
They loved it for the wholesomeness of what it was.
But there's people that are my similar age that will tell me, like, I love Harry Potter, and be like, that book was like, you were like 20 years old when that book came out. Like, how could you read that book and be like, I love Harry Potter?
Yeah.
It's like reading a Dr. Seuss book. Yeah, I can enjoy a Dr. Seuss book as an adult, but it's like, how can you be so invested into this?
Yeah, you could... It's like, okay, that was a good book. I enjoyed it. But like, not to go off the deep end and be like, man, I'm fanboying.
And I understand, like, the Harry Potter books, you grew, like, if you were the right age when Harry Potter, the first book came out, you grew up with the characters.
Yeah.
So by the end, when it's like,
it's your Fear Street,
but it's also like, in the first book, Harry Potter's 8. In the last book, Harry Potter's 16. And he's like, oh, I'd really like to give a girl a kiss. And it's like, okay, you probably grew up with that, and that's what you're experiencing. But like, yeah, when I read it as an adult, I just was like, this is literally a child's book. And then the movies, I'm just like, these are not even that good. Like they're okay, but it's just like it's like a kids movie.
The first 4 were almost literal translations of the book. So those who loved the books got to see it in a movie thing.
Yeah.
So it was for those. It's interesting. When you read a book, you have a very vivid and wild imagination. So I feel that you don't even really need to have a movie.
Yeah.
You know, because you have the movie playing in your head.
People don't know how to read.
But those that loved it, you know.
But then there's, like anyone that I know that's read the books also love the movies.
Yeah.
But it's all, I'm just like, how can you watch this as like a 40-year-old person and be like, oh, I love this? It's just like, oh my God. It's like a child's book or movie.
I didn't love it. I liked it.
They were fine. I enjoyed them, but I still think the best Harry Potter thing I saw was the first Fantastic
who
Beasts.
Love Disney movies.
I don't get that either.
It's just their,
and I grew up with that shit.
But they're not the ones that maybe enjoy horror or killing and violence.
For sure.
For them, that's their enjoyment.
That's okay, fine. But there's no like kids horror movie.
Fair enough.
But like these are like literally kids.
No, there was Goosebumps.
Well, okay, yeah, but you know what I'm saying is like, you can watch an adult movie that's not a horror. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Whereas like Harry Potter is just like a kid's movie.
It's wholesome. It's Disney. It's a Disney, but not Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I guess so. But it's just like the plots are basic. The interactions.
Well, I mean, they have to be for a 7-year-old.
Well, that's why I'm saying like I can't understand how an adult could take anything out of it and be like, yes, that was it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Yeah.
Anyways, we got a little off topic on the old Hogwarts Legacy.
I don't know. I think you're still pretty on topic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but we're not really talking about the game.
Still talking about Harry Potter.
If this was almost in any other like sort of IP, I'd be like, yes, I'm playing this game. But Harry Potter, I'm just like,
right.
Yeah,
but I've tried Harry Potter enough that I know I don't give a shit about it.
But it's a Harry Potter single player ARPG.
It's not ARP. Oh, action RPG? I thought you said ARG for a second.
ARG.
Yeah, but like I don't give a shit about anything in it. Like I don't care about any of the like characters or like saying your spell and waving your wand.
I totally understand what you're talking about. Like I love the Lego Star Wars movies, but when the Lego Batman ones came out, I was like, I'm just not sure I care that I want to play Batman in the Lego universe. Yeah. So to some people, it's just not of an interest. Yeah. Yeah. So I get that.
But like if this was like a Lord of the Rings game or Star Wars game, or hell, even like a Marvel game, I'd be more interested. But like Harry Potter, it's just like, I don't know if it's just, maybe if I'd never played Harry Potter and I went into this one, I could probably get behind it. But since I've read the book, seen the movies, it's just like,
And I got a question. Are you Harry Potter or are you someone else?
It's 500 years.
You make a new character.
And this is the problem that I had with, what was that one? The Shadows of the Empire?
Yeah. Where you're Dash Rendar.
I don't like playing in IP when you're a non-known character.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Who wants to play in the world of Harry Potter and not be Harry Potter or one of the known characters?
But that's the thing, is that you want to be in the world of Harry Potter as yourself.
Yeah.
So
you're in the wizarding world.
For me, it's different. I don't like that.
I liked like the Star Wars Fallen Order, where you play as this guy Cal Kestis. I love that game. That's a no-name character, but you're in the world of Star Wars. So maybe you're not a character that you know, but you know, like, hey, that's a Wampa.
Yeah.
Or that's like, you know, that guy's a Wookiee.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same in this game. It's like, hey, there's Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah. Fair.
But she's alive.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's been a popular game. But yeah, like I think a lot of people are buying it just to own the libs too.
Harry Potter's first transgender character also in the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. It's a big point.
But like
for people.
I mean, yeah.
With that whole J.K. Rowling thing.
But like, just because they never said the character in the book was never, maybe there was a transgender character. We just don't know. She just said it was a she and that was the end of it, or said it was a he. You know. I know when they did the Harry Potter stage play and their Hermione was played by a black actress, people were up in arms like, how can you make Hermione black? And J.K. Rowling's like, I never described her. All I said was she had curly hair.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I never said she was white.
Yeah.
So like, who knows, right?
Yep. Yeah. That's how your brain imagined it.
Every game nowadays has a trans character in it.
And show.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. Show. And I don't mind it when it fits in there, but there's been times when I've seen it like where it didn't fit. Like I watched
they were just doing it to check their boxes.
I watched
shoehorn it right in there.
What was it called? It was the It was the Silence of the Lambs TV show. I think it was just called Clarice, where it has Clarice Starling working before, sort of.
When she's there.
Or wait, was it after or before? I think it's after Hannibal Lecter. But it's anyways. There's this whole thing where this trans character is going to be murdered or whatever, and they save her, whatever. And then there's a whole thing where Clarice goes to see how's it going, like how's, since we rescued you, whatever.
Right.
And the trans character does this whole spiel about how, like, oh, you should have said something on TV about how I'm a trans person and like how like this is an attack on the trans community, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But I'm like, this show takes place in like 1992. Like no one was gonna say that in 1992.
Yeah.
Like no one would have even brought it up in 1992.
Yeah.
It's different in 2022, but for the time period of the show, I just was like, this doesn't fit in here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So when it fits, I'm okay. I don't mind. When it's sort of shoehorned like that, took me out of the show because I just maybe that's just because I'm like I was alive in 1992.
Yeah,
and you never heard about anything like that.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
Nope.
Barely was the word gay being talked about at that time.
Exactly. But in the 2022, yeah, of course, no doubt, that's the way the world's changed. But back in 1992, like,
actually,
could you even name one?
When did the Crying Game come out?
Oh yeah, that would have been like 95, 94,
not far off.
Something like that. Yeah. So, but even then, that was like, holy fuck, that's a dude. Like that was like shocking.
It was
like
shock value.
Like
it was the beginning of the shock value movies.
Yeah, but it was just like shocking too. Like that was not like a thing. Like it was not an uplifting movie. that was supposed to be the nightmare for the guy, basically. So very different atmosphere, anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking Crying Game. Perfect example.
Yeah.
Here's something different. Atari is selling a 50th anniversary box set of 10 Atari 2600 games for $1,000.
Oh man, Atari is just a name. Like, are these repros or are these like they went into the New Mexico desert and dug them up?
No, they're reproduction. they're
So included in that is a
piece of garbage.
ET. No, it's ET.
ET from the garbage.
Remember they did that documentary on trying to find the garbage pile?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where they got their product from.
No, it's all new stuff, reprints and reissues.
$1,000 for 10 Atari games?
Yeah.
You can buy 1,000 Atari games for $1,000.
Yeah. I really want it, but
why?
It's $1,000.
Why?
And I will. That's absolutely
why.
Stupid,
why do you?
Awesome.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Marketing has done a good job.
I better click on this and see here.
They look
see how
great.
this ops. They don't even look like the original games.
No, they don't. They look great.
You know what it calls back to? Remember those large VHS box sets of like
Fox?
Oh yeah.
CBS Fox.
Oh, well, I was thinking like X-Files.
Oh yeah,
Star Trek, the original,
Columbia House.
The original Columbia House, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looks large and going to take up a huge amount on your bookshelf.
Yeah, it totally will.
There's no way this thing looks this good when it comes out. I'm sorry to tell you.
I've seen repros like this, the Centipede that you're looking at there.
Yeah.
And it does look that good.
Yeah, no.
The Centipede lights up with LED when you stick it in your console.
I've seen it before too, but I mean, this from Atari will not look this good.
Yeah, who knows?
Atari's just a name now.
Yep.
They're nothing basically.
Yep. This is way overpriced, but if someone gave it to me, I wouldn't say no.
How many working consoles are there out there?
I have one.
A working Atari 2600?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of few.
No, there's lots. They made a lot of Ataris, so there's lots out there still.
Are they still working?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, right on.
Actually, I might have 2 Ataris. I'm not sure. What are the games? Adventure, Missile Command, Warlords. How are you even going to play Warlords?
Yeah.
Super Breakout? Again, how are you going to play Super Breakout? Crystal Castles. I can't see that one. Yar's Revenge, Centipede, Asteroids, and Gravatar.
And Haunted House.
Oh, Haunted House. That's the one I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I mean, these games aren't good.
Yar's Revenge, one of the best games out there.
Which one?
Yar's Revenge.
Yeah, I mean, I like Yar's Revenge, but...
I whittled away many hours on Warlords, for sure.
Yeah, me too, but that was like back in 1986.
Yeah. It's not like I was
They don't
playing
stand
now.
up.
There was an Atari game that I played the most. I can't remember the name of it, but... Actually, there was 2 of them. One of them, you looked like kind of like a boy who was running through a galaxy and you were shooting asteroids, but it wasn't asteroids because you were a boy.
Uh-huh.
It was like a front scroller type game.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was like, you're like this blonde haired boy.
I don't know what that one is.
Me neither.
Can't remember the name of it at all, but it was a ton of fun. And then the second one was, you were in this blue type room with these walls and these robots, and you were shooting lasers at each other, and they would bounce off walls and stuff
That
like
sounds
that.
like combat, but
Sounds
that's with
like,
tanks.
Robotron.
Yeah,
maybe
so I think
Robotron.
Robotron. That
Yeah,
sounds about
played a
right.
lot of Robotron for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, of these, I think I've played them all except Crystal Castles, Gravatar, and then Haunted House. I think I played all the other ones. I have Warlords. I have Missile Command. I have Yar's Revenge. I have Asteroids.
I had Missile Command for the Atari 64XE,
Oh, wow.
which was a keyboard and a separate hard drive that you hooked up to a TV, and you could play cartridge games on it. But then you could also program your own DOS into it, which for me as a kid, when I was like 7 or 8, when I got it, was just useless.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was basically a cartridge player for me.
Yeah, exactly.
A keyboard.
Yeah, I remember like typing in some programs to one of my early computers. Go to line 10.
Yeah, little basic for
Yeah,
you.
But
exactly.
it wouldn't. But this wouldn't store anything because there was no internal memory. So every
yeah.
time you turned it on, you had
Yeah, to get your
rewrite
like cassette
everything.
Yeah, you had to
recorder.
get your tape drive out to record it.
It had the 5 1/4.
Oh yeah. If someone gave me this Atari set, I'd be like, "Why did you waste your money? Just give me $1,000, please. Don't give me this."
You just give it to me. Regift it.
No,
fine with that.
I would sell it. This is future landfill right here.
I was wondering how long it was going to take him to say that.
I mean, it's true though, isn't it?
Everything's future landfill.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like this is made to be future landfill.
it is definitely a dust collector.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely dust collector. For
And it's
sure.
not like it's going to be limited edition, so it's not going to be something for
It is
investment
100 copies
value.
only.
Oh, there's only 100
There's
copies?
only going to be 100 sets.
Oh, okay, that makes it a little bit different. They're going to try
still.
and sell thousands of these things.
Nope. There's only
Still-
100.
Still, I don't know, man.
I'm into it.
No. No,
So-
if I got that, I'd just be like, what a waste. Fucking
1 in
time.
3 are going to buy it, sounds like.
Yep. Sounds like it.
Exactly.
It's
Wow,
only
that's
100,
crazy.
so only,
Exactly.
105 billion can.
1 in 3 Canadians will purchase this product.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes. Let's talk about Dell.
Dude,
Dude, you got a Dell.
you're getting a Dell.
Dell is laying off 6,650 employees after an underwhelming PC sale year.
Who's buying a Dell?
Only idiots now.
Dell is Alienware, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So Dell saw a
Just
37%
businesses?
decline in PC shipping from Q4 2021 to Q4 2022. And
Yeah,
that
but
makes
that's
sense
across
because
the board, isn't it?
But is that also from inflated of like 200% from 2020 to 2021?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, who knows?
Is it 37% from the inflated numbers, or
Yeah.
is it 37% from the 2019 numbers?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
When everybody you couldn't even buy a computer, basically. They were all sold out.
yeah. In any case, Dell hasn't been they haven't been doing good lately. And with their PCs have been underperforming, and like anyone who's got like an Alienware lately and reviewed it is just like, this is awful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As soon as Dell bought Alienware, the quality went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they probably hired like 7,000 people between 2019 and 2020 too. That's like
Absolutely.
all these tech companies were just like, wow, sales are through the roof. Let's hire like 1 million people.
And one of the things that is being remarked on is that Biden's 2-year term is that he's brought in the unemployment wage down to the lowest it's been since like the 1960s.
Yeah.
Which is, so even though these tech companies are laying off tons of people, the jobs are just shifting somewhere else.
Yeah. Overseas.
No,
No,
they're
I know.
American jobs.
I know. It's just weird. I guess I use a Dell at work, but like,
I mean, I'd like to see the numbers on other industries too, because
oh yeah, that they're down across
like with
anything.
the housing market the way it is, how many realtors have exited and taken up a job somewhere else?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a good example, really.
Why is that?
Well, I feel that like a lot of people get into real estate and then get out of it, and then come back and then get out of it again.
As people who are selling?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to make the analogy of is that there was a boom in real estate during COVID. There was a boom in computers during COVID.
Yeah.
What is is there been an exit of
I
employees as well?
Oh yeah,
Is it a rebalance?
everything was booming during COVID.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy.
Including COVID.
Yeah. Even at my workplace, we had like record sales on everything.
Yeah.
Like we would literally sold out of all fishing rods. We didn't have any. Like literally none. I sold fishing rods that we couldn't sell for like 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I sold broken fishing rods. Like people would buy anything.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't lay anybody off. So we didn't hire anybody.
Yeah.
So.
All right, everyone. We're now going to talk about February the 8th.
Oh, wait. What? Was it on February 8th?
February 8th, Nintendo Direct.
That's my birthday.
Oh.
I was at work that day.
Oh.
Damn.
No, you weren't.
On the 8th I was, yeah.
Oh. So I thought you said you had the next... Oh, yeah. So the next day off, you had the 9th.
Well, I worked the next day, too, but
yeah.
I went out that night.
Ah, I see. I see.
So,
Yep. Nintendo Direct happened. Their February edition.
yes.
And they talked about some things. They announced a couple things. Why don't you go ahead and
Tell you what happened?
me.
What is February? Or what is Nintendo Direct?
Oh, it's Nintendo's like semi-regular like press conference thing they do where they'll talk about games that are coming or that are out that you should get.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one was about games that are coming in the first half of the year, more or less.
Is this yearly, quarterly, semi-annual?
Whenever they feel.
Okay.
They're fairly regular, like every other month or every month.
Newsletter then.
Well, it's like a press conference, like video thing.
Yeah.
There are things in here I'm interested
Yes,
in.
don't read ahead.
What?
You're cheating.
There's things in here I'm interested in.
Come on. You're cheating. You're not supposed to do that. You ruined the surprise. The big one was they were showing off more of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where they've totally leaned into like building machines in this one, because people would do that in the last one. They'd stand on like a rock and use the telekinetic power to like fly Link through the sky. So this one, he's literally like making a car and stuff like that. Still no idea if this is like a sequel or whatever. Zelda games are rarely sequels, so
Right.
Yeah, they're always a fresh thing.
Standalone.
well, not really.
Well, except
This-
for Majora's Mask was kind of the same.
Yeah, and like the Oracle of
Time.
Seasons were sequels to each other, I think. Those are Game Boy Advance games, though. There's also 2 links they show at the end of this thing.
Oh,
So maybe it's like a, who knows, alternate dimension thing or something like that.
Multiverse?
Or maybe it's multiplayer. Maybe they're implying it's multiplayer with the 2 links.
Hello.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It looks interesting. I never played Breath of the Wild. I keep looking at it, but the weapons always break in that game, which I don't like.
I don't want to trigger anyone, but the last Zelda
That's
I
okay.
played was for the NES.
I'm triggered. NES? That far back?
Yeah.
You never played Super Nintendo, like Link to the
I didn't own a
Past?
Super Nintendo.
Wow.
So I watched some of my friends play it
Yeah.
when I was out at their house, but I never
No,
got
no
into it.
Ocarina of Time,
No.
Twilight Princess.
I've watched Ocarina of Time be played and stuff like that, but never
Crazy.
played it myself.
Yeah, the last one I played was Wind Waker, because I never played really the one after that I can't think of what it's called. And I haven't played the Switch one.
Which is Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
Just all your weapons break in it all the time, and I don't know.
Imagine going through and your Master Sword just snaps in half. You're like, what?
Yeah, basically.
Isn't that like getting hit and you had to go find another heart so you could get your Master Sword back?
Well, yeah, except this will literally break, and you can't use it anymore. And there's
Yeah.
no repair option or anything, so...
No repair option? It's an ethereal?
You carry like 30 weapons with you at a time, and when one breaks, he just pulls another one out
Yeah.
and starts
That's-
wailing. So, not my favorite. Advance Wars 1 and 2. Reboot Camp. Either of you guys familiar with Advance Wars?
No.
Yes.
Turn-based strategy game.
Oh,
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with like tanks, planes, and I don't know,
okay.
troops.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah, you basically have like your tank, but it's like 10 tanks, and you fight it against another set of 10 tanks, whatever, and whoever's got, in the hills, they win.
Yeah. It's like
Whoever's in the hills
it's
wins.
pretty easily,
Yeah.
not easy, but simple strategy
Yeah.
game. But it's
Yeah.
not even that easy, though. It's kind of hard. I had this on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a game.
Well, that's why I wouldn't know it, because I wasn't really good on the handhelds.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There's a game for the TurboGrafx 16 called Military Madness.
Yeah.
And it was essentially the same.
Yeah.
But
that was
less
hex-based,
anime.
wasn't it?
Huh? No,
Oh,
it
was
was.
it?
It was. Yeah, it was.
TurboGrafx 16,
Graphics.
was it Bonk? Bonk's
Yeah.
Revenge
Bonk's
or
Adventure,
something?
yeah.
Bonk's Adventure. That's
Yeah.
the only game I remember being aware of.
No Air
and-
Zonk?
And the shooter one, the really cool...
R-Type.
R-Type, yeah.
R-Type
that's
was
it.
good on there.
Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games coming to Nintendo Switch, which is cool. except that you can't buy them. They're just in the Game Pass thing, which sucks. I like it better when there's a choice for you to buy or subscribe. But it's cool they're adding them.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good marketing strategy.
To get you to subscribe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it. But like that'd be like if Game Pass, you couldn't buy the game. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to buy it if I want to buy it.
Oh, Minish Cap, though. Coming.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Minish Cap is coming. I already own it, so I don't really need
there
to
you
play
go.
it. But
I don't know where my copy went. I played that. I love that game. That was
it's
so
a
good.
one. It's a good one.
But I don't know where it went.
But yeah, this is good. Hopefully they get all the games on there and they don't peter out like they normally do.
I have a Steam Deck.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could just emulate it.
Yeah, you totally could. You totally could. Metroid Prime Remake. Oh, baby.
So,
Like the original OG Metroid
From
Prime?
GameCube, yep.
GameCube,
Whoa,
yeah.
From GameCube. Is that the first Metroid Prime? No, there was a Metroid Prime on NES.
No, that's just Metroid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Prime.
Prime's
Yeah.
the first-person shooter looking one.
Okay, right.
So I'm browsing the preview video for this, and I skip through, and like 30 seconds, it's just like, is this Dragon Ball Z? Like, why are there Dragon Balls everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
No, it just looks like Dragon Ball Z.
No.
But yeah, this is Metroid Prime was the first FPS Metroid.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which
And,
everyone was like, oh my god, first person shooter Metroid, that's going to be
But-
awful. But apparently, it's like super good.
But the problem is on GameCube, there was only one stick.
yeah.
So it didn't control very good.
Yes.
But they've added in dual analog support to this, as well as pointer support. So you could play it like you were playing on the Wii.
Oh.
So I'm excited. I might actually do this one because I never played Metroid Prime. And I love Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid's great.
Killed Mother Brain. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the whole. I mean, it spawned a whole genre of games.
Yes. It did.
Metroidvanias.
Well, that and Castlevania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm actually playing Dead Cells right now.
Oh, well, there'll be some Dead Cells news coming up here shortly.
Yeah.
Pikmin 4.
Pikmin's a game.
Did you ever play it?
No, it's one that I
what the
really
fuck?
wanted to play because when
good.
I had my GameCube, because I was like, oh man, this looks really good.
So it is so good. You throw the little Pikmin and they do stuff for you.
But when I had my GameCube, I was poor as frig, so.
Okay. Red Pikmin are like fire based and they can like go in the fire and carry stuff out of the fire and attack guys for you. And you can throw yellow ones higher. And yeah, I love Pikmin 1 and 2. So I'm stoked for Pikmin 4.
What about 3?
Never played it. It was on the Wii U. It's on
Oh,
Switch
Wii
now.
U.
It's on Switch now, but I'm trying to buy a Wii U, so
Yes.
we'll see. Samba de Amigo, who cares?
The only exposure I've ever heard from this game, like this is the first time I've actually seen it, other
the
than
Dreamcast?
being in Sonic and All Stars Racing.
Oh yeah, it was on the
do that.
Dreamcast. You play
Yeah.
Shake Your Little Maraca along with the beat. This one will just use the Joy-Cons, jiggle
Yeah.
them around.
Was it like their answer to Parappa the Rappa at the time?
It's just music based, basically.
Yeah, okay.
It's more like, I don't know, Guitar Hero, but with like not actual music. Bat and Kaitos. Mikey T doesn't care about Bat and Kaitos.
I sure don't.
I'm
sure
saying
don't like it at all.
This looks right up my alley.
Yeah, this is a card-based RPG
Yeah, it's card based.
from the GameCube era.
card-based? Oh,
Yeah.
I do
But you battle with cards. Like it's regular RPG, but you have your deck of cards to do your moves,
Yeah.
and it's super good.
Yeah.
looks good.
I have this game on the GameCube.
Do you recommend?
Highly.
From what I played, yeah.
Yeah.
Highly
I never beat it
recommend it,
though,
yeah.
but I bought it
Yeah.
like later. So it was like I bought it and then tried it out and
Yeah,
never
yeah.
really beat it.
Looks awesome.
Yeah. I hope it comes to something that's not the Switch.
That would be nice. But
It was a
highly
one that's
doubt
been
it.
locked away for
Yeah.
a while. There's another card game on the GameCube that Lost Kingdoms. I wish that one would get brought out again too. I love that one. Dead Cells.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You forgot about Fashion.
Fashion Dreamer? Sorry. Tell me about all Fashion Dreamer.
Photo for Fashion Dreamer.
No photo, no video at all. That's, you got to be your fashion influencer simulator.
Yeah.
You got to have those,
so,
right?
this is either two things here. Is they paid to have this on the Nintendo Direct, or Nintendo was like, we need something to get like young ladies playing on the
The
Switch
ones that
more.
aren't interested in video gaming at all.
Or just like something that they don't care about, like the killing of zombies and shit like that.
Yeah,
so-
fair. Yeah.
One of those two. Who knows?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dead Cells. Mikey T.
Yep.
You just said
Turn
it.
to Castlevania.
Yep.
It's
can play-
Castlevania themed expansion. I haven't been able to get. I'm so bad at this game, but I'm getting better. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's kind of the way these ones. This is like,
isn't that what you can say about all Castlevania games?
Well, no, like
unless you memorize the pattern.
Dead Cells is more like a roguelike, isn't it?
Yeah, Dead Cells is roguelike, Metroidvania, but it's also Souls-like. So incredibly hard combat.
Gotcha.
You know, you get hit twice, you're dead.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
Whereas like Castlevania ones are like, there's no rogue elements to it.
Yeah.
You just play through, level up, whatever.
But there are areas that you can't access unless you have certain skills in this one. So like in order to get through to the sewer area, you need to be able to like make vines come out of certain areas, and they'll show like these little green things on the ground that you can't do anything with until you get that ability. Yeah. And then there's also another ability that I don't have yet, which is there's these little statues which you can like make lightning come out of. But nothing happens when that happens.
You're missing something for it.
Yeah, so I'm missing something for that to happen, and that's probably because I'm just bad at the game and can't get very far. But it's very tuned, and it's extremely satisfying to do combat and like just roll enemies, like because there's like when you go from level to level, it's like, oh, you beat the level in under this many minutes, then you get these many bonuses, or if you beat them in under 60 seconds, you get this bonus room, and it's incredibly fast and lots of fun.
Cool.
Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. It's like an adventure game. I like adventure games. This is like an anime styled.
It's definitely anime style.
So it's always weird that I like this kind of game, but I don't like anime.
Yeah.
I just like games.
You do like games.
I can always
but Capcom. Yeah, okay.
I can always like sort of tolerate anime tropes in a video game, but in an anime I can't tolerate them.
Oh, this looks actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is it like remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit was made by Capcom?
The video game?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever played that.
It was when you were young, it was super hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually looks really cool.
Yeah. I'm interested in it. Katamari Damacy. We love Katamari.
Give it to me.
Is Katamari the thing that
love
rolls
Katamari.
around and stuff sticks to it and it's bigger and bigger and bigger?
Just the extreme wackiness of it. The soundtrack is always amazing. Like,
the gameplay is fun too.
Great.
Yeah, I love Katamari.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them on the PS2, I think. So I'm down with it. Again, I hope it's on something not the Switch, but whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Splatoon 3, don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
Disney Illusion Island, it kind of reminds me of Cuphead a little bit. It looks like a platformer, animated style, but I don't think it's going to be as tough as Cuphead.
Probably not.
It's just a platformer.
Yeah.
So, Harmony, The Fall of Reverie. This is the next one from Don't Nod. I like Don't Nod. They done a bunch of games I like Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
And other ones that I can't think of.
Very good.
It's like a story. It's like a story game.
Sounds like you need some
Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah.
looks very anime, actually. Like extremely anime.
Sure does. Yeah.
It's intro opening.
It's a Western-made game.
Yeah. With an anime flavor.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I like the stories in these Don't Nod ones usually.
Yeah.
Professor Layton and the World of Steam. I never played Professor Layton. They're like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. So
24-second trailer. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy Life. This was like an offline MMORPG basically, where you could play any class and just switch on the fly and like I'm gonna be a lumberjack now, and then I'll go into a dungeon and stuff like that. Very much crossed sort of with Animal Crossing. Very popular.
It looks very Animal Crossing.
But I never played the first one.
Oh, that guy's just beating a fish.
Beat it.
He just beat a fish with a knife. Nothing
Beat it
happened.
to death.
Yeah, it didn't get cut up at all.
Yeah.
He needs to sharpen that cleaver.
Sure does.
Exactly. He's low level. That's the problem. And then last up, more Mario Kart 8 courses. Okay, that's cool. I don't care.
Okay, I'm not sure what I saw. I'm not sure about it, but I saw there was RCs and kids were playing Mario Kart.
That's for the Switch.
It was like enhanced reality.
Yeah. There's a camera on the cart and it streams it to the Switch.
Yeah.
And you set up a course in your house.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I can see people getting really creative and making all these random, really cool courses.
Yeah. It looks cool. I think there's a little bit of latency, so
fair.
It makes it a little tough to drive. But I've seen like people were using it to drive around their house and look for dust underneath their cabinets and stuff like that. So
I could just think of like breaking out like the old Hot Wheels tracks and making things all over the house and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen some cool courses with people setting that up in their house.
Oh, yeah.
It looked pretty cool, but I don't know. It's a lot of effort to play the game and set up the track and take it down every time.
It's fairly expensive as well.
Yeah, it's probably got a diminishing returns on it, I would imagine.
You can, however, print the things so that you can extend your course with just like paper.
Yeah.
Instead of having like, because all the signs have like QR code kind of things on it to make it AR. Yeah. And so you can just print that and it works.
Yeah.
Endless Seinfeld episode grinds to a halt after AI comic violates Twitch guidelines.
Yeah.
So this is... it's called Nothing Forever is the channel, and they just basically have AI-generated Seinfeld episodes. Well, maybe just like scenes, not really episodes. And they talk about just... It tries to be Seinfeld-y, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's like the AI has no idea what the hell is going on.
It's basically been trained on Seinfeld scripts, so it'll be like, hey, Larry, do you want to go to the new Chinese restaurant down the road? And then Larry will be like, yeah, I've heard that place is pretty good.
And the entire chat goes, new restaurant, new restaurant.
Yeah.
And then the stats come up, 94th new restaurant this day.
Yeah. And, it's weird, too. Like, the characters will always go use the microwave in the scene for whatever reason.
When I was watching, I didn't see a single character use the microwave.
Oh, really?
I would... Because, like, Rip would watch in the background while he was working, and I could hear the microwave go off, and I'm like, yeah. The entire chat would go,
yeah.
Which is weird because in the actual show, more often they were going into the fridge to grab a snack or a drink, then use a microwave.
You'll hear like the beep, 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 and then the chat just all of a sudden is like all these amps. So it got suspended because Larry went off the deep end.
They turned safe mode off.
Yeah. What happened was they were using the one AI to do the chat, the videos, and it was generating all these weird scenes where there'd be nobody in the scene and just an empty room or whatever. So they moved to a different AI, but the other AI they used didn't have like the safeguards that they had for certain things not to be said. So Larry basically did, it's like Larry said a joke about like gay people and trans people, but it's not like offensive really.
Yeah.
A little bit. It is kind of, but it's done in a way that's like making fun of the style of humor, not the people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining that well.
It was done as a joke.
It's
that
like,
was a little bit tasteless, but not. He was like, "Oh, I was gonna do a joke about this."
Yeah,
and then I decided not to.
Yeah, because nobody's laughing.
Because no one.
So it's kind of like when you'd say something edgy, but afterwards be like, "Oh, it's just a joke."
It's just a joke.
It's just a joke, man.
It's just like you're watching. Who's that guy?
I don't know.
That comedian. That British comedian.
I don't know.
Inhales and laughs.
Inhales and laughs?
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. I have been said that I laugh like him.
You do not laugh on the inhale.
No. Yeah. Sometimes I do if I've been laughing really hard.
Yeah. So yeah, he said some things about trans people and gay people or whatever, and they got suspended for, well, they said 14 days, I think. So...
they'll tweak the algorithm.
Yeah, they'll tweak it. They'll be back.
And they'll be back with their 10,000 viewers.
Yeah, they got to be a little more on the ball for that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it good? Was it worth watching?
Did
it entertain?
It did sometimes.
Yeah, the amount of time you would have to watch in order for it to come up with something funny, nuggets? It was, But there was a... When I started watching it at home a little bit, I'd throw it on just to see what was going on. They would do like the... You know how you would go to like Channel 2 and it would show the preview?
Yeah.
The guide?
Oh, yeah.
They were doing that, and some of the shows were like spot on, and then some of the shows were just like just slightly off, and it'd be like, oh my God. Yeah. I don't have an example, but some of them were really funny.
Most of the time when I would laugh the most, it would be an accidentally hilarious moment where it wasn't like intended to be.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but there was times I was legitimately laughing out loud. But a lot of the time you just sit there and be like, okay. They're going to a new restaurant. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Sometimes
much.
even reading the chat was the funny part too. Like there was one scene I watched where Larry was talking to, I don't even know what the George character was, and the George character saying how he went on a first date, and then all of a sudden, instead of George saying it was his first date, Larry was saying it was his first date. So he like took over his life. Basically, he was telling him how his date went. Yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah, and then it's just like, when you go and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show in the theater and everyone's doing the thing at a certain time, like the chat would do the certain thing at a certain time.
Exactly.
Whenever something would happen. Probably be a good drinking game, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time.
I think I'd
with
just
it.
rather watch the original Seinfeld.
I would not like to watch the original Seinfeld.
It was fine for like background. I wouldn't sit there and watch it, but it'd be like I'm doing something else and have it running and just be like, what is going on here?
What?
Seinfeld didn't age as well as Friends. That's my hot take.
Yeah, it's probably not a hot take.
I don't know. A lot of people say that the other way around, but I watched them both recently, and I just was like, wow, Friends just stood the test of time better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I never liked Seinfeld to begin with, so
Oh, no?
no,
I
don't
did.
I don't like shows about nothing.
I mean, it's not really about nothing.
I know it's not really about nothing, but just the situations and the stuff. I'm just like, I just
Taking the
can't.
sitcom too seriously.
Yeah, these guys are so stupid.
Well, yeah, no shit.
I know. That's the whole point, and that's why I can't watch it.
I'd say that about anybody, though.
That's
That's
usually
true.
my complaint about things. Like if the trouble they get into is nonsensical, logical, like no one in their right mind would ever do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I loved Seinfeld. I don't know, maybe because I just grew up with it. It was like Seinfeld, Friends, back to back.
Yeah. I mean, they never really did anything that was stupid, though. Well, I mean, George is stupid or whatever, but
Yeah, sometimes George's and he would just dig himself further instead of the
Kramer's a
logic.
clown, so whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Elaine buzzes in a jewel thief. Oh, well, people do that sometimes. It's an accident. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole Seinfeld now could have been just saved with a cell phone call, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So all the problems could have been solved. So it's definitely a product of its time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, nothing forever will be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of a product of his time,
Uh-huh.
Donkey Kong cheater. Case rocked by photos of illicit joystick modification.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Billy Mitchell's in the hot water again.
Yeah.
Again, what was the first time?
Oh, he's been, like, caught cheating a bunch of times and
Oh, yeah.
submitting, like, whatever.
And then suing anyone he can to try and save his name.
So these, like, this is the stupidest shit. This is a picture. These pictures are of him at the Florida Association of Mortgage Brokers, where he was playing Donkey Kong, and he set a record there.
Yeah.
And the judge that witnessed it is a guy that was fired by Twin Galaxies for being a cheater.
Yeah, Todd Rogers.
So he was the one that agreed that he set a record.
And Todd Rogers is famously known for having the world record on
Yeah, what's
Hot
that?
Rod?
Drag
race for Atari 2600.
Which he set a time that is impossible.
It's impossible. You can't do it. Like, the game isn't coded for you to even be able to set that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so there's pictures of Billy Mitchell and this guy there, and you can see the Donkey Kong cabin in the background, and it has like a joystick mod on it, so the joystick's not standard, basically.
So it's not in an original cabinet.
Yeah.
Or else
Or
they
the
modified the
joysticks
joystick.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these pictures were taken like 12, 13, 14 years ago, and they're only really coming out now. And in the story, they say that these pictures have been passed around, like competitive, like Donkey Kong players, like they've been passed around the community in the past.
Yeah.
This is just them finally getting out or whatever.
So no one's caught on. No one's looked at the joystick going, that's not normal.
No, because the pictures weren't really released.
Yeah.
They were, the people were like, yeah, this is fucked up, but whatever.
I look at this picture. I don't notice the joystick. I just go, fuck Billy Mitchell, and fucking just toss him to the ground.
So the other thing is this record was said it was set, and there was like people were watching it, and there was like some female mortgage broker was one of the people they wrote as being witness to it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I was there, but I didn't watch this guy play Donkey Kong. So they've been like,
And how long did it take him to rack up that score?
Oh, it takes a while.
yeah, it's not like high scores are pretty high. So
Yeah.
Like it was an 8-hour gameplay session?
I don't know how long it would be, but it does take a long time.
I can't remember how long they said it took in the King of Kong, because it takes a long time.
Yeah. but the joystick is taller than usual. So we were like talking like, is that a help or hindrance in Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Because there's like more travel to it if you're grabbing it at the top.
True.
But who knows if there's maybe...
Oh, they're talking about it being an 8-way joystick.
Yeah, so he might be climbing up diagonally on the ladder.
Okay.
Who knows, right? But you think like, well, would that matter, really? Like, is the game programmed to use an 8-way joystick? But maybe when you go from pulling right to diagonally up, maybe that counts as going up earlier. Like, who knows?
And it's easier to transition into diagonal than just a straight up.
Yeah, because if it's 4-way, you have to go reset to center, I think, and then go up, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played on a 4-way joystick in a long time.
Yeah, no.
I actually remember there being some cabinets at the arcade with like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter with those shorter, and I didn't like them because I couldn't manipulate them well enough to get like the combinations off.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it might be that you would have to reset. I seem to recall some games where you have to reset center before you can
It's been so long since I played Donkey Kong, I don't know.
It's been so long since I played a 4-way joystick.
Yeah, exactly. This reminds me of when, way back in the day, like 1999 or 2000, playing Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. First console I had connected to the internet. And they were having these time trials on Sonic Adventure for prizes where you could like upload your time. And there was times that were just like a little too good. And it was like, how are these people doing these times, right? Not me, I'm not good. But I remember reading it, and they had a disclaimer from the Sega, said like, oh, we can't do these contests anymore because people are using third-party joysticks that are giving them an advantage. And I was like, well, how are they giving them an advantage? And the third-party joysticks actually tilted further, so it gave more analog input to the game. So Sonic would go a little bit faster because he was just the analog stick was going a little further.
It was a great,
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's weird that they would program that into the game. Like having the potentiometer is way over.
Yeah.
You could go further.
But
so
they
go
probably
faster.
were just like, well, that's how fast we want him to go. That's how fast you can go with the controller. The end. Not thinking like, oh, someone could get a modified controller or whatever.
Instead of going to like the 100 value, like the controller would normally go, you go to 127 value, which is like...
It was probably an N+1 value or something like that.
It could be.
You know, so if you could get it to...
Very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Billy Mitchell's a wiener. Even in these pictures, I'm like, who would pose like this?
I know. It's Billy Mitchell. That's just him.
Yeah.
I just think of like, I'm going to set a world record in 2007 on a game that's 30 years old.
Well, it's his shtick, though, is like he would make appearances and charge money as being Billy Mitchell. Like, I'm such a great video game player and buy my hot sauce.
Well, yeah, because he set his record back in the 70s.
Like, maybe he once was legitimately the best Donkey Kong player, but like he's 40 years old. Like, he doesn't have the reflexes anymore to do this.
I mean, Steve Wiebe, 30-something.
Okay, well, whatever to him.
When he did his record.
Yeah, but didn't he like lose his wife and everything because of it?
I don't think so.
Anyways, this is what happens when you love Donkey Kong too much.
Too much Donkey Kong love.
Yeah.
You can see these guys worked out a deal beforehand.
I
don't even think he's not even relevant. Like, it's hilarious that this is a controversy that's making some news. Like, this is giving him more attention than he got.
He sues everybody, though.
Yeah, he sues everybody.
He's getting more attention off of this than he is from actually
this is the only attention he gets anymore. So he's probably like, good, I can sue somebody else now.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I can't. He's probably going to sue us, too.
I mean, we're too small.
Too small, yeah. We're not making any money.
Yes. I like your tie, Billy. Yeah, so anyways, Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Don't play it.
Duh. Duh.
I mean, I don't like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, me neither. All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast.
Wow.
Yes, right? If you liked what you heard, go ahead. Leave us a rating. Give us a thumbs up. And most importantly, share us with a friend.
Yes.
And if you feel so obliged, patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Do that too.
Support the podcast with your hard-earned dollary dues.
Yes.
And get access to the bonus content. We just put out a video
Yes.
a live stream of us tasting every single luncheon meat that we could get our hands on.
Sickening.
Yes.
Like an arcade, put in that next $1.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guys. We will see you again in 1 week's time.
Goodbye.
Bye.